Episode 77, STL Roar, MyCityMyMusic.com. We've got Stomp in the house.
What's up?
There's your studio audience. And our special guest, Mr. Reuben from the RFT. There's your studio audience. So, Stomp is always here. He's one of our frequent flyers, and that's okay. It's all good. He even gave me his dick pic today. See, here it is, everybody. Southside pic. Inside he wrote dick on it, so he can say he gave me his dick pic.
I don't even play guitar.
You're not the first, won't be the last. Don't be disappointed. See him when you've seen them all. Except for Tweezy, of course. Right, baby? We got to give props to Tweezy. He's the boss. He's the boss. He's the producer. He's the man. He makes all this happen. Makes us look good, sound good. Oh, what, you want this? I haven't had to use that for a long time. Yes,
Mickey's been gone.
Mickey's been gone. Yes, Mickey's been gone.
Well, I'm here.
Yeah, I know. You know, that can be rectified.
Judge Judy, court's in order.
Okay, so you got a big show coming up. Let's start with that.
It's a new place, the Crowbar, up next to Telegraph Cafe. It's right where Telegraph and Broadway meet.
Did it used to be something else?
I don't know if it was a bar or not. It's like a deli. It's a bar deli now. It's George that used to own the Puzzle Inn down on Broadway.
Okay.
And he's got a little deli in the back with fresh meats and stuff, really good sandwiches.
Okay.
So we're going to have an early show there on September 18th. We're playing at 6 o'clock.
Oh, are you playing with any other band or just
Nope,
you?
just us, just Southside 5. And then Torchlight Parade had a good show Saturday out at 21.
I heard.
With Warhead with Billy's band, yeah.
Very cool.
So, it was for Larry Sullivan's kid, the benefit for Larry's kid that got shot. So I heard they done really good. I was bummed out I couldn't make it out there, but I heard they had a really good time with a good turnout.
Yeah, Rick Patton was telling me about it. Speaking of Rick Patton, so we got to give a big shout out to Tom Turbock. It's his birthday.
Yes.
Tom Turbock, we love you. I know, yes, the General keeps him in line, thank God. You know, he's got a new station starting up. He's not with the Viper anymore.
Turrock.com.
Yes.
RealRockTurrock.com.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes,
so
he's an awesome guy no matter what he does.
He is killer. He is awesome. Hey, do you know Tom?
Just only heard.
Oh,
Heard
where do you meet
legendary
him?
stories.
Oh, yeah, he is a legend.
Town a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to have a whole nother RFT story when we're done.
Okay, so Reuben.
Let's start right here at Cat Muse.
Yeah, start with me. Okay, so Reuben from the RFT, tell us about your relationship with this guy and what happened and all the good stuff.
Yeah, so I went to the Settle Tramps MC bike show.
Right.
I was down there. There was plenty of great bike. What I originally saw were photos of a KC95 bike.
Right.
I thought it looked amazing. So I was like, I want to go down there, take some photos and everything like that. And lo and behold, I see Stomp Waylon playing, doing some some great Sabbath covers, some Alice Cooper covers.
Did he have his microphone?
Oh yeah, some various
He has a big microphone.
Yeah. And it was really intrigued. It was great. I got some great photos of him out there, and some great photos of some bikes out there, and everything like that. And then it got to be the wet T-shirt contest, which Stomp so wonderfully was able to administer and everything like that.
Did he win?
Oh,
Did he
yeah.
win?
First
He
prize.
won.
I'm a winner.
Yeah, I know.
And I was able to get a great photo of him, and everyone was having a good time, having a lot of fun. And I recently had a showing at a gallery over in Granite City, Illinois. And during the showing, this biker guy, I have to figure out his name, but he came through, saw the photo, immediately pointed out, I was like, hey, you know that guy? I was like, yeah, I mean, we shook hands, like talked briefly and everything like that. I was like, that's Stomp, man.
Stomp, yeah, everybody
that's
knows
Stomp, yeah.
Everybody knows
And
Stomp.
explained that the Axl Rose story, and growing up in St. Louis, that's a story I've always been extremely fascinated by and everything like that. I thought it was only fair to find Stomp and let him know that he had some photos up at Granite City. So I found Stomp playing in High Ridge, Missouri, I believe as a benefit for Babies Born Addicted.
Yeah, he came out to the Babies Born Addicted the last show we did,
Yep,
so that was pretty cool.
Southside 5, they rocked it. They put on.
Yeah, the wet spot. Yeah, I know. It's
yeah,
actually a
hot
hot spot. I call
Anytime
I
come
call
here
it the
promote-
wet spot. just
Anytime I
because
promote
it's-
the hot spot, she goes, you mean the wet spot?
So, but wait 1 second.
Sure.
Let me interrupt you. So you got to tell the Axl Rose story because not everybody knows it. So
I know.
go ahead. Go
Hey,
ahead.
Listen, she's in the media and she's a DJ, VJ, and all these other J's, but didn't know about me being Axl
I
Rose.
did not know about
I
it.
like
No,
that.
not until
You
you.
just like me for who I was, not for the Axl Rose thing. That's what
I had no idea. Could care less.
I didn't
No,
like
just,
you either
you're
way.
just a cool guy. Yeah.
No,
you,
but
you always find
well,
me in
I-
a crowd and
yeah,
we take pictures all over the
yeah,
place.
yeah, we've had a good time over the last
So
few
tell
years.
the story about Axl Rose.
Well, I mean, I took a photo and he spazzed out, man. He just, he jumped down in the crowd and tried to retrieve the camera. And it didn't happen. It didn't go out that way. But luckily no one got hurt, though, man, because that thing really got out of control.
But it was just during the concert. You were just taking a picture.
Yeah, just taking photos
Nothing
throughout the show. You know,
nothing
and then,
out of the ordinary.
earlier in the show, I gave him one of my Saddle Tramp cards, like a courtesy card, welcome to St. Louis. And then he just looked at it like, is that worth stopping my show for? I threw it down and went on with the show. And then a little later on in the show, I was taking pictures again. I was down in the front, second row, whatever. And after I took one, he stops and he starts pointing, get him, get that, take that guy, stop that guy, get that. You know, so I knew he was talking to me. I walked this way in the aisle, went that way, and he's fingering me, following me back and forth, you know. So it was every bit of maybe 4 seconds from the time that he said, hey, stop that, take that guy, before he jumped. So he didn't give security no time to respond. You know, it was just.
Well, were you in the wrong? Were you not in the right place or something? I mean, what set him off?
Money, I'm thinking, because the year before he was posing like a Vogue model for me. You know,
Right.
I was in the front row at Aerosmith and Guns N' Roses, and then he gets all that money in the next tour. He's being a dick about it. But I look at it like, if you don't want to be a celebrity and have your photos taken, sign autographs, and take your time out for your fans, then you don't need to be doing the job.
Right.
You know, and I can kind of understand with him wearing the feathers and the spandex, not wanting that photo out there. You know, while you're singing Rocket Queen, but it happened. And nowadays, what's he gonna do about someone's? You know, everybody's got a freaking camera on their phone or videotaping the whole damn show.
Well, I
So
mean,
back then it was, you know, no cameras allowed in the venue, no photography or whatever. But on the back of the Guns N' Roses stubs, it was 50% off of film developing.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's pretty crazy that and I got the photo copyrighted now. I own it. So it's going to be either an album cover for Southside 5 Live or if Axl wants to buy it and put it on one of his albums, I'll do that.
We could change the logo. We'll put it up there.
Yeah, I just got it copyrighted, so I actually own the photo. So it's been a crazy ride. I've been to MTV over in Europe over this. They flew me to New York, the Black Widow Studios with. I was on there with Ice-T, Eminem's bodyguard, the little Seinfeld-looking dude that wrote the Mugshots book about all the celebrities got arrested. And like I got in this green room and I was on Howard Stern, like throwing baloney at chicks' asses on it. The Coyote Ugly Girls was up there, you know. It's a crazy ride it's took me on just for over a photo. You know what I mean?
Doesn't that? Has he reached out to you at all, or even tried to? Did you go see him when they were here
Well, when
last?
he was in the courtroom. Yeah. I
You
had
did?
third row, yeah. I got a good picture of me this time, flipping him off.
Well, I was working that show. I was running sound. I was right underneath Richard Fortas, and I sent him a text message. I'm right underneath you. I was underneath the stage because I work as a
That was an
stagehand.
awesome show, man.
So
I
it was a
gotta give it to
killer
him. Gotta
show.
give it to him. That
It
show
was.
was off the chain, man.
It
He
was.
owed
It was
that
great.
to us.
Yep.
You know, and yeah, it was 30 years later. I mean, before he came back, almost 30 years. This is the 30th anniversary this year. July 2nd of last month, was a month ago was the 30th anniversary.
See, I don't understand celebrities when they can just get an attitude. It's like, if it weren't for us, you
wouldn't be
would
there.
not be there.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You
That's how I
know,
look at it. I mean-
you cannot, you don't know who your next boss is going to be. You can't piss everybody up. You just can't do that. I mean, if you don't want the attention, don't go out.
Right.
Don't be a celebrity.
And I don't know if that's what it was.
You know,
or,
that's
everybody
just,
has a bad day too. You know, I get that.
Yeah.
Because there's days when I be out celebrity chasing, you know, stalking rock stars, trying to get autographs and stuff, and they might be in your town on the day they have a bad day. You know.
or he sneaks in here when I got a good guest on. Twice,
I
two,
come in here, you
two,
got a good
2 weeks
guest
in a
on.
row. He snuck.
I snuck in tonight.
He
Now she's
snuck
got
in
a good
here.
guest.
He's like, just to get a picture, and then he bails. I'm like, you.
I do
jerk.
not sneak to get a
You
picture.
have done it twice.
I'm doing it tonight. I want you to get a picture. I'm bailing.
No, that's why I said you have to be the host. That means you have to stay.
The hostess with the most. I told you she's gonna keep me here till 9.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I
Good
said
company.
just for tonight,
We're
not
gonna kick this pig in the
permanently.
ass, she said.
Yeah, I'm trying to change the format a little bit. Trying to do things a little differently.
So how was your weekend, Kat? What'd you do?
Well,
Did you go see the
Rosemary.
bands? I want to go see Mike Meese, and I didn't make it over nowhere. Mike played over in Pontoon Beach
Yeah, they played it. It was Party on the
with
Beach.
Shooting Star. Yeah.
Shooting Star was there. Tyler
And
Hammond was
George
there.
Patsos was with American Greed.
Very cool.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could have made it.
That's it. You can see them. I mean, they're going to be playing. They're going to be playing all summer. I mean, they're an awesome show. You have to see it.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I'm
phenomenal.
good friends with Mike. I was on when he was here with the Leonard Skinner thing. Was you out there? You didn't see me sitting on his drum set, riding his chopper.
Everybody sits on that drum set. Have you seen Mike Beasley's drum set? It's literally a
chopper one at my
chopper.
house.
Oh yeah.
It's very cool. I mean, anybody. I mean,
It won't
everybody
fit in
gets.
most venues. Yeah,
Sure.
they have a stage just for it, you know.
Yeah, they do. They have to set it up
Right in
special, but
style.
The
it's
front ends
very
are like
cool.
from here to that door almost. It's this raked out front end. It's crazy.
I mean, if you don't know Mike Macy's history, he was with Head East.
Yeah.
Chuck Berry,
So,
there's a bunch
he
of
was-
people.
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
with Head
huge,
East for a long
huge,
time.
Part of St. Louis. rock
Actually,
and roll
Roger
scene for
Boyd
sure,
let him redo that Never Been Any Reason, Had East song.
Right. He was on the show.
Yeah.
Mike was on the show.
I've done Mike's CD release parties for last 3 bands he's been in. American Greed. What was the one before that? Slick. We done that one at the Baja Rock Club.
Right.
And what was the other one? I can't remember. He's a busy guy.
He is a busy guy.
He's played at Super Bowls, NASA launchings. He's done it all, man.
He's been all over.
Renaissance man.
Sturgis, yeah, he's done it all.
Yeah.
And he's a very down to earth dude, man. Very laid back. Him and Mary both beautiful people.
Yep, definitely. She's very cool. I love her to death. So this weekend, Rosemary, the band that I manage, the first song you heard was Across the River. They had their first real paying gig, I should say, and they played at Parrots, and it was awesome. And I got 2 more dates booked for them out of that one.
Cool.
So, yeah. These kids they've got it. They've got it. I can't tell you how, I don't know how to explain it, but they've just got it. I mean, they've got great music. They got great rapport. Their drummer, he's a madman. Bobby Taylor said to him, if you don't know who Bobby Taylor is a wild man. He's one of the best drummers in St. Louis. And he usually plays with no shirt on, usually in a loincloth. That's it. I mean, he's wild.
Caveman style.
Tommy Lee was just a diaper.
And he's crazy. And he's watching Connor. That's the kid in the van. He says, "Who do you think you are, Bobby Taylor?" And he's like, "Oh." Everybody says, "Oh my gosh!" But yeah, this kid is just phenomenal.
Everybody's got a hero.
Everybody does have a hero. So, otherwise, yeah, that's what I did. Otherwise, my work schedule finally got changed. I've been working a lot of nights, and it's just been crazy. I had a funeral last week. Wasn't good, but
That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I had another co-brother pass away the other day in his sleep. Friday morning, my brother Spanky. Rest in peace.
just in peace.
Mike
I'm
Condolences.
tired of going to funerals. Seems like the older we get, the more that's where we see our friends at is at funerals, man.
I know. It sucks for sure. So anyway, so how long have you been with the RFT?
Very recently, actually. I've been doing photography for about 2 years now, but recently I have some friends that work for the RFT and asked for me to come on and fill some spots and everything. And mostly what I'm trying to focus on is just a lot of just Missouri culture.
Right.
And kind of to piggyback on what you said before, the Axe Rose story, I mean, it's a fantastic story. But
Yeah, for him to step in and get the biggest fucking rock and roll story of all time.
right.
What a pimp move, man.
But truly, the story that I'm trying to project here is Stump's story because like growing up in St. Louis, like one of the things that I've always loved is there's so many legendary characters and just people that have such kind of
a lot of thick history.
yeah, just like they're very genuine and there's just the stories are endless and everything
Oh, yeah,
like that.
definitely.
And that's just one, I'm sure, of many stories that Stump has to tell. And I think it's just where we live here in South City about 10 years ago, you used to like run into a character about every every block and everything. And he still kind of can now, but it seems like it's kind of dissipating in a way where
Bucket Joe's disappeared.
I mean, just like plenty of like fantastic people to talk to, and so it's been a thrill for me once again because I've always loved just meeting these St. Louis characters and legends and everything else, and getting to know their story, and I think we could all learn a lot from it as well too. So it's been a blast, fun, stuff around, and him introducing me to other people as well.
Yeah, and you had us over to the gallery. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So you grew up in St. Louis?
I grew up in Belleville originally, but I moved to St. Louis. I was in the military. I was in the Navy. Served in the Navy for about 6 years. Then once I got actually in the reserve, I moved to South City in about 2010. I think it was. It's been and I lived in New Orleans for a little bit, but off and on in St. Louis.
Nolans.
Oh yeah.
I love
Big Easy
Nolans.
baby. But,
Oh yeah.
My stepbrother here, Sam, he's South City born and raised, and he's been a huge introduction to me to the South Side quite a bit. He can tell you a lot of stories also. But,
what neck of the woods you from? Whereabouts? What area?
At first, Kings Highway and Arsenal.
I worked there for 25
Tower
years
Grove.
at the distillery right behind Southwest at Luxco.
Tower Grove. Tower Grove.
Yeah, Tower Grove.
I love Tower Grove. I lived
Tower
there.
Grove,
Oh,
beautiful
I
place.
love Tower Grove.
We lived over like Bateson, Michigan.
Yeah, that's kind of
Virginia.
getting rough over there nowadays.
Yeah, and then we lived at McDonald and Grand back in the 80s, early 90s, and then
Yeah, I grew up all over South St. Louis, man. I was born at the old St. Anthony's up there. It's gone now, right? Cherokee and Gravois.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very
and then
cool.
I lived over there in Miami, and then over on Giles, and then I live on Miami now, and I've lived probably like 20 different places.
All
but-
state streets.
yeah, basically. Oh yeah, over on Nebraska for a while.
I was on Humphreys in Wyoming. First Humphreys in Wyoming. My house was catty corner to Blackthorn Pizza.
Sure.
Oh man, whoa, that pie is awesome.
Yeah, once every few months we stop by there.
Speaking
Yeah.
of pizza, if you're all familiar with Dogtown Pizza, here's one of the founding members of Dogtown Pizza.
Shut
That
up!
stuff's fire,
the
man.
first employee there, I
That
suppose
stuff's
you could
fire,
say.
man.
I
The first guy he hired.
Oh man, he is
That
one of
and
my
the
good
Gallagher's,
friends.
man.
He is one of my good friends. I always
Rick.
bacon, yes.
It was
Rick.
funny earlier you mentioned George Potso said he's
Yeah.
a good friend of Rick.
Yeah,
Schaefer
they
also.
all grew up
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, I think the big band was Broken Toys. Was that?
Yeah,
what he
Broken Toys was
Man, I
his
can't believe
band.
you said I was gonna
Definitely.
wear that shirt tonight.
Oh yeah.
I got a broken toy shirt. I put Southside 5 on the back of it when they opened up for us.
Yeah, I met George like just 2 or 3 times when we were still just Rick and I were making pizzas back in the day.
In this garage.
This time we had actually made it out of his house. I was like the first employee. He was all making it by himself still. We were only
Right.
making like 300 pizzas a day or a week really at the time, and now they make like 20,000.
Now, at one time, didn't he collaborate with Steve Ewing, and they did didn't they do a
Hot dog thing before
no a
that.
barbecue thing or something? What was it?
The hot wing pizza?
The sauce or something, yeah.
It's a hot wing pizza, but on a dog, I think.
Right.
But it was like it was the hot sauce and the chicken and the cheese, maybe on like a beef frank. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
they-
just love
Something
it.
went through with Steve's hot dog thing, though. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Ewing was my
Yeah.
first guest
Oh,
when
really?
I
That's
started this
awesome. Yeah,
show.
he's a
I've
fantastic
known him.
person.
I've known
Yeah.
him forever. He's just
Yeah.
the sweetest guy in the whole world.
Yeah,
I mean, you
yeah.
couldn't ask for anybody nicer.
Absolutely.
And
I
on the
agree.
anniversary of the show, Tweezy drug all the equipment over to his store, and we live broadcast
Really?
from there.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, it was really
That's really
sweet.
cool.
But yeah, Steve's a super sweet guy, and Rick's a doll. I always, I'll put it on their face when I first started eating those pizzas. Bacon is my favorite.
Oh, the
my
bacon,
gosh!
yeah.
Oh my God! You can't- Bacon and chocolate are my two favorite food groups.
Yeah.
Just can't get away
It
from
was
them.
funny. All his pizzas were named after his kids at first. But
Right.
They switched over when it had to be official with the government and everything.
Right.
But, yeah, it's a wild story.
We had to get off one of the table stuff.
Yeah.
Now-
All these things you never know about until you get big enough. and
Till you
then
get
people
corporate
start
America
knocking.
barking down your
Right.
neck.
Yeah,
Then you gotta straighten up your attitude.
Yeah, no, it's a great story. I loved working for him. Best boss I ever had, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's super nice. His
My
wife
favorite
is a
job
doll.
was Panter's Pizza, man. I'd still be working if that place was open, man.
Oh yeah.
I had a blast at that job.
You learn a lot just from working jobs like that. You really
Fuck
do.
yeah.
We only went for the video.
I learned
games.
not quite the hot air balloonist I thought it was. I followed Panter's hot air balloon.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I remember you told me
shouldn't
that
even-
before.
You
Yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
have been in
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
What?
You shouldn't even have been in it.
Shh, that's beside the point.
You knew you weren't supposed to be in it.
I was beyond my seat at the concert too.
Oh,
Shh, beside the
my
point.
So,
Breaking the law.
but growing up in St. Louis, you guys are kind of young. So
Yes, yeah.
But as far as the music scene, do you agree? I mean, if you've been all over, if you traveled, there's not any other city that has the music scene that St. Louis does.
No,
or the
yeah.
community, as far as it doesn't matter. It seems like when concerts or when shows come together, even jam nights, egos and attitudes go out the door, and
Yeah.
they will. A
Hold
lot of
together.
different musicians will just play together.
Yep,
They'll
yep.
just jam. I mean, and we do come together as a music community. It's amazing, and we have our legacies, our kids, and Some of the musicians like George, who's been around forever, Frankie, they're more than willing to help some of the up and coming,
Sure,
musicians.
yeah.
Like little Sam Bam, with
Sam Bam Colton,
Yeah.
he is a legend. That kid
And-
is.
yeah.
You know what they say it takes a village.
Yep.
Sam Bam was, I want to say, 13 when he started going to a place called House of Rock for jam sessions.
I remember.
This quiet little kid, all he did was play guitar, and he's a killer shredder. He's 25 now, and
Now
he
he's with Faster Pussycat.
Faster
he's got his own
Pussycat.
gig with
He's got his own
Barside,
band.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's out in California killing stuff.
That's
man.
awesome.
he is. But he comes back home. His family is behind him 100%. He's got two sisters, and
He's
his
got his head
parents.
screwed on right too. He's not gonna get ate up by Hollywood. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and I think probably growing up in an
Oh,
area like
yeah.
St. Louis will help you for
Well,
something
and
like
having
that,
the right
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Who was it that was just kind of one of his mentors? Mark.
Mark Crowell.
Yeah, Mark Crawl's
Mark
like that's like his
Mark
little
Crowell, yeah.
his little project. Yeah, he was so proud of him. I remember his first gig at Delmar Hall with Fast Pussycat.
Mhm.
So I think Torchlight Parade opened up, and I was helping with the staging and stuff with them. And I got a picture of me, Sam Bam, Mike Macy, Mark Crawl. I think Umps from Torchlight is a really cool photo.
Yeah, he's when Sam Bam. I mean, Charlotte. That's where he cut his teeth as far as playing in a venue, and he has played and played and played. And then he went to school in California, and I interviewed him before he left, and he's still that sweet, shy
Yeah.
kid. That smile
The
just
innocence
lights
is
up
sure.
the whole.
Yeah.
He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. All he
Just all about
does
the
is
music.
play
Rock and roll,
guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when he came back, I guess it was this
Gilby
last
Clark thing.
spring when he was back. I interviewed him again
Yeah, I was down
after
here with
5
you,
years later at Salvatore's when he was playing, and he's just still that kid.
awesome.
I
And he
still
plays
see
Charlotte,
him as
too.
that little
Yeah,
kid,
that's
you
great.
know.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome, man, to see somebody from here, make it like that, especially so young, man. and
Yeah,
not
of
caught up
course.
on
I
the
can't even
BS.
imagine what that must feel like. Yeah, it's
I don't
gonna
see
be incredible.
anything gonna sideline that kid.
No, and his dad gets to travel to California a lot, so he sees him a lot.
Awesome.
His work has him out there.
He comes
was
back here quite a
explaining
bit
to me.
too, actually.
Yeah, he does.
Sam
Like
Bam.
he doesn't miss graduations or birthdays or holidays or anything
He's
like
got his
that.
head screwed on right.
That's fantastic.
He's gonna be fine, man. With the
Yeah, that's somebody you should get in touch with whenever he comes back again to play because
Yeah.
he's still got.
That'd be a good story for the paper too.
Sure.
He's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
a success story out of this town.
Yeah.
I did a blog about him. It's on STL, and I think it's on my page somewhere. But it's just a short story about basically what I just said. But he's just one of those. He's a very rare
You can't
person.
not like him. You
He-
can't not like him.
Success did not touch him at all. I mean, he just likes to play, and he just keeps going and going and going.
That's wonderful.
And he's just a real joy to be around.
He's in it for the music.
He really is.
It's hard to find these days.
Not
and
for
that's
the
just awesome.
excesses,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's amazing.
So, do you have any original band favorites that you like? Do you have?
We know,
any?
me and Sam, especially the last 10 years and stuff. We like my roommate, for instance. He was in a band called Lumpington Dumpers, and there's a big St. Louis underground punk scene where it was all basement shows
Yeah.
and it got really rowdy and a lot of fun
Right.
and everything like that. And there's some bands that came from that, but as far as like local music and everything, I mean, gosh, like where do you even begin? I don't know. There's quite a few. I mean, first off, foremost, Chuck Berry, the founder, and everything like that. Thank you. And there was just like some other older, like kind of more experimental like rock bands around from around here. There was a band called Tone Rodent that I saw the Creepy Crawl back when I was like 15 years old, and they
Creepy Crawl,
they
the
really
Way Out Club.
yeah.
I was up at the Way Out Club for Bob's last weekend.
Yeah, I was saying, did you go to the last
Yeah.
last
I
couple
went to
times?
see
So,
Jimmy
yeah.
Kennedy up there the weekend before the last weekend.
Awesome.
I was telling Bob, I go, I thought the Sauls family was your last weekend. He goes, well, we're going to the end of the month now. I said, well, you need to just keep selling this place and have this last weekend thing every weekend because he was killing
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
The place
sure.
was packed every weekend.
Yeah.
Well-
I see more people in there the last month than I have the last 10 years in that place,
and,
man.
and that's just a shame because like we
And they're
talking
good
before,
people,
like,
man.
Yeah.
I see him and his wife teaches a Zumba class up here at
Yeah,
Goliath,
yeah,
where I
Sherry
go work
Danger.
out at.
Yeah.
But it seems like when people advertise it's the last show, we're going to
Right,
close the
yeah.
doors.
Very swamped.
Everybody wants to run in. That's a
Yeah,
good
That's
idea.
what it was.
He's
I
not
told
an
him,
idiot.
Close this motherfucker up. Close it up. Close it up. Close it up.
I know. There's a few venues. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of original venues. Venues that play just original
Just
music.
do what he did, yeah.
Pops is still out there. I mean, it's just now starting to open up again. But then with this COVID thing, I don't know what's going to happen. Conquest is playing there this weekend. It's going to be a killer show. And the Four Horsemen are opening up for them, and they are the Metallica tribute band.
Awesome.
And I love Metallica.
Yeah.
Love. But, yeah, so Pops, let's see, the Ready Room, it's closed.
Yeah.
There used to be
Creepy
Foo
Crawl.
Bar.
Atomic Cowboy,
but now it's called Red Flag.
Food Bar's Red
Yeah.
Flag.
Well, I was curious about the crowbar place you said you're playing. So where's
That's
the,
just a
yeah.
little bar deli place. It's he's not really, he's experimenting with music right now. He's just
Okay.
trying to get settled in with his crowds and stuff. So
Yeah.
he's been in the bar business his whole life though. But
Is it big enough for your band, or are you gonna play outside?
Yeah, we're setting up out on it. He's got
Patio?
He's got, I don't know how he named this place, but he was a big time lake guy down at Lake Ozarks, and he's got this giant sign that says the poop deck. I don't know if it's because we're supposed to be the shit or how that's gonna work.
Yeah, that's what
but
it is.
that's
You
what
need
we're
to. You
playing
need
out
to.
on
You need to.
Don't hit me in the head. No head blows. No
Obviously,
bonus.
obviously you've not been on a boat.
I hope I rode a pair.
Oh my God.
You only need a boat sometimes.
Yeah, that's what it is. Just,
You
just
only
keep
vote
thinking. Just
sometimes.
keep thinking you're the shit. That's what it is.
That's you got to. Nobody else is gonna fly. You know.
I know.
How you doing?
How you doing? So let's see who else is playing this weekend. Charlotte Pub, where all the best musicians play. Shout out to Judy.
Red, white, blue.
Yeah,
Ceremony.
she's awesome. She's awesome. Friday night, Rock Bottom is going to be there. You guys know Rock Bottom? They play in Granite a lot.
They're good.
Killer musicians. And then Saturday, Broken State will be there. So, 2 good nights. Badass music. You should go.
So you're not gonna ask how my tantric show went on, but tantric and fall.
How
We
did your
killed it, man.
tantric
It was a
show
great
go?
show. It was. We went on real late because the headlining national act went and sound check everything and then tear it back down for some reason.
What?
It was ridiculous. Yeah, we wound up cutting some songs. Torchlight cut some songs. So, and then Katie Cruz moves the police a little bit to give us some extra time at the end of the night. So remember when me and Phil, I told you, went over there for Party Town to shake hands with the mayor and all that.
Right.
With the 10 o'clock curfew. Man, them cops rolled in that place like he was getting ready to get raided, man. That scared the shit out of everybody. They come rolling in, and then they just went to the perimeters. I'm like, what the hell? And they're just making sure they were shut down at 10.
They made you guys shut down 10?
Well, that was it was supposed to be at 8, and then Phil went over and buddy hustled him a little bit and got it open until 10. And then Katie buddy hustled him a little bit more that night and got it till 10:30 last day. So, and I didn't know this. The guys, you know how Cinderella had 2 members pass away.
Right.
The one guy's son is in Tantric or Flaw.
Really?
Yeah, his dad was one of the Cinderella members that passed.
Oh, man. That's
So
too bad.
I mean, the dude was very, very well composed for just for still being out on tour and away from his family and stuff. So I don't know if he went to the dad's funeral and came back or what they're doing. But it was kind of somber tone over everything, but we wound up having a good show.
I didn't know they were trying to cut you guys off at 8 o'clock. That's kind of silly, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, because over there it's like it's all in commercial area. It's like South County, like Lindbergh area. It's not like there's a bunch of
know.
houses around there.
Is that over in Granite City?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's kinda
something to do with the
surprising.
ordinance.
Nick's.
Yeah,
You know where it's at.
Yeah.
Right there on the.
that Party Town they had over there when Casey was over there that morning.
Yeah.
We went over there and Phil went down there and I guess the mayor was there and a whole bunch of stuff going on. It was all about getting some time bought for that show that night. And luckily they did, because like I said, the band spent 2 hours checking Mike and each
Fiddling
drum
around.
and then tore them all back down, set them back up.
So there's another show I heard on the radio that is going to be playing there. Are they going to have the same restrictions?
I have no idea. I haven't talked to Phil yet on that, the times or anything, but they got the Foghat show coming up over there.
Well, when Tyler Hammond played, he played at the Knights of Columbus Hall, and the mayor, of course, hired. He loves Tyler Hammond, and my ex did sound. I helped him run sound for that show, and but at the Knights of Columbus Hall, because it's a private
They can get away with a
thing.
little more.
We were there. Ended up being 4 bands playing, and we didn't get out of there until after 1 o'clock.
Right.
And they said the after party's going to go on till 3.
At the mayor's house.
No, right there at the Knights of Columbus Hall. So he may
Yeah, that's private. Yeah, you got.
he may want to no if he can get in it or if he knows somebody.
Right,
I mean, it was all the mayor's doing. So
right. I hear you.
I
I'll
mean,
pass that on.
yeah. Instead of just kicking you out at 8 o'clock, that's kind of crazy. I mean, you guys would have to
It's just-
start
it-
playing at
it's
2 in the
stuff-
afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, if we would have started on time, it would have probably been even worse for us because it was so hot out in daylight. And the awning they had, they were supposed to be for the stage. They had behind the stage for the bands for the national acts, so they'd have some.
Oh, it was
privacy
because
time.
it was outside. That's
yeah, it
why
was
they.
out, it was out in
That's
that new
why
beer
they.
deck they got the
That's
giant.
yeah, because that's why they. That's
And we
why
had
they
that
cut you
whole
off.
lot full, and then that city park behind there, that little park behind there and stuff. So it was a good show though. It was a good turnout, and we had a good time. I just wish we had more fight time. That's all.
Right, definitely. Well, I mean, Patrick's down the street. They don't make them shut down at 10 o'clock because their bands are on the inside.
Right. That's the whole thing. Is out on that beer garden.
But I don't think that's a happening place anymore. Don't. Okay, so let me see.
Next business of order.
And Diamond Music Hall Friday night. Super Jam will be there. George Potts is in the
Yeah,
band.
Super Jam's killer.
And Saturday will be they've got some original music on Saturday. Dark Below, Amaranth, and Good Question. So
What's
that'll be
Good
killer.
Question?
That's the name of the band. Who's on first? Who's on first?
He ran around. He stole base. He went home. 2 more points up.
Who's on first? So is that the only show you got coming up?
Yes, ma'am. That's all we got booked right now. I want to get some more time and get this second album going, man. These guys are foot dragging.
Who?
My band.
Mo, did you hear that?
Mo's heard of all people. Mo's heard. That's my collaboration guy.
Yeah, well, when are you going to come in the studio and play?
You know what? I'm gonna call him right now because last night he goes, "Set it up, put us under pressure." I'm gonna say, "Cat's waiting on you." Because we're supposed to be doing this acoustic thing, just me and him.
You are?
Although I can't say the name.
Well, tell him to
she
get
made
in here.
fun of us last time. Well, I'm bringing the whole band in. I told him tonight.
You told me this last time you were
No,
here.
listen, I told them tonight. I said I'm going
And
on
the time
Cats.
before.
Or last night I said I'm going on the Cats. It'd be nice to have some of my bandmates with me. RiverFront time, my buddy's coming down. We're gonna kick it. And you see who's here, right? Just lead singer syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
I got my bubble machine and my smoke on.
Did you bring your
I
megaphone?
Everybody
use
loves
it, yeah.
bubble, man. I don't care what they say.
Did you bring your megaphone?
Yeah, I got my bullhorn.
Yeah. I gotta say, stuff. You do put on a great show.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
for
an
sure,
entertainer,
yeah.
man. I'm not no
Yeah.
singer.
Yeah.
He is an
I got my
entertainer,
hand in
that's for
bubbles and
sure.
shit.
So how's the new castle coming?
I haven't been in the place yet. I haven't even seen it.
Is
I
it
don't know.
open or are they just
No,
putting
no,
it
there's-
together?
Yeah, it's under construction for a while, probably.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Wink, wink. The new
Right.
castle. The new castle, that new place.
Newcastle. What show was that? Newcastle.
That new place, it's going to have music and, all kinds of cool stuff to do.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna get us both. You're trying to get me in trouble with you. I ain't here.
No.
John, this is my stump double down there at the Aurora. I'm not here.
Oh, John will be fine.
You have a double?
John's on
I
even
got a
listening.
stump double. I ain't getting hit by the bus.
He is the stunt double.
I just get him going. Woo, that was close.
Oh my God. And we have a new
You want a
listener.
stump double?
No.
I'll go find a Bonner chick and get hit by the bus.
No, I am good. I am good. You're just the
Monday.
No, you're just
I'm
the
co-hosting
speed.
them, giving
you're
you
not
a extra.
the stunt double,
I'm
you're
giving you
the
a extra.
speed bump.
I know speed bump. That's a friend of mine in the States, this motorcycle club. Don't be bringing bump into this.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my God, you're so
He goes,
retarded.
she called you my name? You're gonna have me out here in a fight.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I
So,
said me, not you.
so what I was gonna ask, the RFT, I mean, what is it down to, like, just a skeleton crew, or I mean, I know there's not a lot of
Yeah,
people. It used to be huge,
Right.
and then they started cutting down, the more video and everything.
I don't want to say too much that I don't know specifically, but the way I've gotten a few gigs with it was my friend Daniel Hill, who's been a long time writer for them and everything like that. And from what I've been told is that currently, due to current times, they have kind of like more of a skeleton crew now,
Cut
and like
back,
that.
yeah.
But they are trying to bring things back up again to where they can become more of a full force again, whatsoever. But I think it's right now it's almost every industry. It seems like it's having that issue and everything like that.
Everything's
so.
been hit with this COVID, man.
Yeah. So hopefully, we'll see how things go. Hopefully, it'll come back up and everything like that. But looking forward to, I don't know. Hopefully, like this story will bring some more people on, more stories out like that, and everything like that. And, like,
You know what? I remember when RiverFront times when we done the Axl Rose flip off.
Yeah.
And RiverFront had the helicopter fly over down on the riverfront, down on Wharf Street.
Amazing.
And I'm gonna say
More stuff like that. I hope more stuff like that.
I need
happens,
to get a copy of that thing because
Yeah.
I never got one. A friend of mine's got it. No, that was when J.C. Corcoran was still with KC95 and they had the Admiral still
Which
down
time? He was with them 4 times.
Well, this is
He's
it.
probably been fired more than anybody. And the last time I heard him on the air when he said "fuck" and they went
Oh, yeah.
dead air, and I was like, "Oh man,
Oh.
he's so bad about that."
I'm glad you said that, by the way, too. I just want to make sure, just in case a curse word slips for me.
Oh
It-
yeah,
it's
no,
not-
you're good.
okay.
You're good. You can say everything
It
you want.
it was between the riot and between the court date. So it was between 91 and 93.
I don't remember.
July of 91 is when it happened. July 2nd, and then I didn't go to Colby until October of '93, 2 years later. So that Axl Rose football down around Wall Street was like in between that 2 year span.
Oh. Yeah, no, it
But
was.
they had it was when Axl put it in that inside sleeve. Fuck you, St.
yeah,
Louis,
yeah.
And they said, no, fuck
Which
you.
some actually, I might have a little surprise here for you if you don't mind here real quick. This is actually a shirt I've owned for a long time because I've always loved this. But if you don't mind signing this for me.
Oh yeah!
Oh.
Dude, when we get to my house, I'll
Did
show
he
you something.
really? Oh my.
That's what he wore to his deposition.
Yeah,
He wore that
yeah.
same shirt.
Oh,
yeah.
Is anything on the back
jeez.
of it? What's on the back?
Nothing.
Oh
nothing.
my
Yeah.
Did I
God.
show you the ones I had made up?
No, not yet. Yeah.
Well,
Riot Star, I think was one or Riot Squad. I
Riot
think.
Squad. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Well, no, the other one with his mugshot on it.
Oh, perfect.
It says St. Louis is most wanted or whatever.
Yeah.
Rocket Queen last seen running from RiverFront.
Perfect.
Well, you
That's
know, when he
awesome.
played this last time, it was like kind of touch and go. We didn't know how he was going to act or
I
what he was
waiting
going
for
to
one
do.
person to throw a bottle and shit kick off, man.
He,
I
to
ain't
me,
lying. I was
to me,
waiting.
it seemed like he kind of lost his luster. I mean,
Yeah.
that drive and that arrogance when he came out to sing,
Well, yeah.
it just wasn't there. I mean, he didn't even act like he was interested. It was just kind of, I don't know. It was
Put
just
on
kind
a
of,
show and don't stand still.
yeah.
That's
I
what it
don't
was.
know. He
Phoning it in these days.
pretty much. I was not impressed. I mean, the band, of course, they were great, but I mean, it was
They
just
were
like
killer, man.
everybody was just waiting for
Sure.
you know that
Yeah,
shoe to
everybody's-
drop. I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
nothing happened. He just came out, did his thing, and left. And
They
I was
killed
like,
it
you
though,
know what?
man.
Anybody could have done that, but
They killed it though.
They
That was
did.
a good fucking show.
it was a good show. It
Well,
really
you know,
was.
that says a lot too. That that you obviously love rock and roll so much that you can look past that and still have
Well,
a,
yeah, it's
have
about
a good time.
you know. Everybody's like, well, do you like Guns N' Roses? No, I was in the second row taking photos because I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Exactly.
not Kiss or nothing, but
Right. Yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
no
yeah.
Alice Cooper, no theatrics.
Right. I just didn't understand why he had such a hard on for us. I mean, it
Well,
was
I think it was
he
just
instigated
gonna
all the
happen. It was just
shit,
gonna
and
happen
then
somewhere, and then once you got that young attitude with all that money, you gotta remember that was 30 years ago. His career was only a few years into it. He was just hitting the limelight, and they sold that whole.
it's still no reason to be a dick.
No,
Yeah.
they sold that whole freaking tour out within 2 weeks after that riot. Everybody wanted to see what was gonna happen next.
Everybody else was selling out too. He wasn't the only one.
No, I'm saying within 3 weeks, the whole tour was sold. I think I should got a commission, like
Yeah, go back and ask for that now.
like 70,
See what
30.
happens.
You know.
No. Well, yeah, but karma has not been good to him. So you
Yeah.
know,
No.
it's
He burns his own
it-
bridges.
Yeah.
it's been coming back on him really bad, and I'm just like, who would want all that negative publicity?
Yeah. Totally. For sure.
I mean, shit happens,
Not,
but I mean,
not a way to be known. I think.
No,
He's
it isn't.
he's
Yeah.
mastered it though, from what I heard through the grapevine. You know, people from my realm that went to school with Richie and stuff. He's a pretty local home guy.
Mm-hmm.
And when they all come out with the St. Louis shirts on, he had the coral cords. One had Doc Harley Davidson. One had coral cords. One had White Castle. I don't know if you saw that on the stage. They all had St. Louis. Yeah, like Ted Drews. They all had St. Louis
Yeah.
based shirts on. And I know that was Richie Forrest that done that. It
Yeah,
had to be
he's a
Richie's doings.
sweetheart. He's
'Cause
a really
from
nice
St.
guy.
Louis, you know. So did you see the Dead Daisies making another album or something? I guess they got another guitar player.
Yeah, but he's not in it though, and it's
Yeah,
just it's
they
not the
told him
same
to
without it.
Figure out which gig you want.
Right.
Yeah, that was a good. I seen him out at when they opened up for Kiss. That
Mm-hmm.
Daisies and Kiss. That was an awesome show.
Yeah, I got to interview him. He's funny. We even got a duck face picture. He played at Delmar Hall. I said, duck face. He's like, yeah, it's hilarious. I was just showing it to somebody the other day. Richard Fortus did duck face. I said, he sure
I
did.
met him at Wet Spots too.
He's a sweetheart. He's a
Out,
really
out
nice
at your
guy.
spot.
He showed up now Charlotte Pub, I always say the best musicians play there, and they do. People slide in. Richard Fortus has slid in there a couple times and just played at Charlotte Pub.
Charlotte Pub up north.
Yeah.
I've heard the name.
Charlotte.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's in Charlotte, which is Overland, right off of the Rock Road.
Yeah.
And
Right out the inner belt.
Well, it
Yeah.
goes like Charlotte, and then something else, and then something else. There's like 3 county signs.
No,
like,
it's
right-
not the municipality. It's not even in Charlotte.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
the name of the pub.
it is in Charlotte.
It's in Overton or Overland.
It's
ain't
in
it?
Charlotte.
I thought it was in Overland. The
But
actual
it
municipality.
backs up. It backs
Yeah,
up.
they
It's
kinda
they're
meet
right
there.
next to each
Yeah.
other.
If you go out like from 40 out the inner belt
Uh-huh.
and get off at, is it the Rock Road or is it?
It's no, you get off at the Rock Road.
Yeah, the
It's
Rock Road.
exit
It's right
5.
there. Yeah, you can throw
It's
a rock
exit
at it.
5 off
Really?
of 170.
Yeah. It's just a little dive, man, but it's a cool music place.
RFT
It's
voted.
best places to.
RFT voted it the best dive bar in
Yeah,
St.
and
Louis.
that was actually my friend Gato Hill who got me the gave
Yeah.
me the RFT. He lives in born and raised in Overland, and that's one of his local haunts that he
Yeah.
loves to death for sure.
So, and the great thing about this place is that it's small, but it's mighty. I mean, when you go in there, the acoustic, the sound is impeccable.
Yeah, I
Even if
played
you're a
in there,
shitty
too.
band and you
Yeah.
go in there and play,
The
you're
sound's
still gonna
right,
sound
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The sound is just right on. It's spot
Acoustics for
on.
that place is unreal.
It
For a
is
little-
just,
being a little
it's
building.
wild. But
I
Yeah.
get my bike work done at a shop at 170 in Rockford.
Mhm.
So I guess that makes sense.
yeah, you should. Well, when Cadillac Jack's was open, when they closed, then everybody converged over to Charlotte. I mean,
Yeah.
both bars. But
Well, I was
Judy,
going up there then, though, when it was, well, it was kind of like a biker gig, I guess, before it was a music bar.
no, it wasn't. No, it's always been music because John wanted music there. But she just had her 21st anniversary last week. 21 years.
And she runs it by herself now, her husband
Yeah.
passed. So.
Yeah, he was the driving force, and then Judy. John was the quiet driving force, and
Judy
he
was
was
the-
always
the
there.
doorman.
But Judy's the pit bull. She's the one in
Yeah.
charge, and she's the one that makes everything happen.
But she
so
got hard to go, man.
she is. She's sweet.
Yeah.
She'll do anything for anybody.
This
She's
bar business is tough. 21 years takes a lot of
21
work.
years,
That's,
yes. But it's
Oh, my.
it's a melting pot. I mean, when you're part of the Charlotte family, you're just there. And when you go in there, it's like,
the cheapest bar that I know.
it is. It's a lot of fun. And when you go in there, it's just got a great vibe, a great ambiance. It's just, it's one of my home away from home.
The way I heard about that bar was Danny, the writer for RFT.
Mm-hmm.
He did a story. There was a bar that opened on Cherokee Street called Open Concept,
Mm-hmm.
whereas you could pay $10 and it was as much as you could drink for three hours, I think, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing a competition or just an experiment really to see how much more money you could pay to get as drunk as you possibly can. Either a Overland dive bar or this open concept place, and
Right.
Charlex won for sure. And he also said he had so much more fun time at Charlex too as well. So
Oh yeah, that's a
seems like
blast.
cool place. Absolutely.
Are you ready for another one?
No, I'm good. You guys want
Everybody
something?
good?
Hi, come on up.
What's up, man? How you doing? Just saying.
Reuben, nice to meet you.
We're just talking about Charlotte.
Oh yeah, you gotta check out sometime.
Know where the Charlotte Club's at?
Oh, we just found out.
That's what we was
My
just
parents
talking
used to own the deli next door to it.
Right on, cool.
Maria's
That's
Deli
awesome.
now,
Yeah,
yeah.
check it out. I love that area up there. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I grew up in North
Yeah, all my family did too as well. It's a lot of fun for sure.
It is a blast for sure. So what are you doing? Come on up.
Come
Let's
on,
hear
Justin,
from
grab
you.
a mic.
Grab a chair. Come on up. Yeah, sure. Help yourself. Help yourself.
Just watch the wires because the phones are all hammered up behind you.
So what are you doing? What's up? What's down? What's a hap?
He forgot my drink and ice.
Chilling.
I was trying to get us some ice, so he's gonna get ready to make
Trying
a
to get
run.
ready for Vegas, man. Book these rooms and stuff.
What are you doing in Vegas?
Me and him are gonna go down to Vegas next week and just hang out. He wants to go see the Kiss mini
Kiss
golf
Major
putt
Golf
putt.
Course, man.
You want to see the golf course? Or you want to see the
No,
band?
it's on my hit list. I mean, it's on my
There's
bucket
a,
list.
yeah, there's like a Kiss.
There's a
It's got
Kiss
all collectibles and
Monster
stuff.
Energy drink, Kiss Major
It's like
Golf
a mini
Course.
golf, 18
Badass.
hole course.
They got the rest of the
Has it
stuff
been there a long
in
time?
my collection.
I don't know. I didn't even know about it until he
I've
said
never heard of
so.
it.
Yeah. I was down there 8 times last year and I didn't know it was there. So
You gonna
We're
ride
famous
out?
from there.
do what?
You guys gonna ride out?
We're gonna
We're
fly.
flying. My rear jet.
$50 for an round trip.
Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty
That's
cool.
an easy. That's a no-brainer.
Well, my parents live down there, so
Oh, cool.
yeah, I go down there quite often. I got
This
a lot of
family's
miles.
down there, he's down there, and don't know about the Kiss Monster Energy drink golf course. What's wrong with you, man?
Too
Is
young.
it new? 'Cause I've never heard of it.
Man, you guys better get a grip.
I'd say it's old because it's inside the Rio, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be tearing down the Rio.
Okay.
soon. Yeah, I mean it's in the Rio, so
It's been there for a
Really?
few years,
Probably
about
been there for a while,
five
yeah.
years or so. As far
I've
as I
never
know.
heard of it. I've been to Vegas a million times. How long has it been there?
I don't know. I just gotta go get it off my bucket list.
How many holes is it?
I don't know.
18, I think.
I'm just
Really?
going to see if any of
It's
that
cool, man. Yeah, look
Kiss
at
stuff's
that.
loose and laying around. I need 6 more things for my collection to be done.
What do you mean you need 6 more things? What's 6
I got the
more
whole Siamese
things?
collect- I got $300,000 Kiss collection, man.
Well, what 6 more things
I
do you need?
Okay, for all the listeners out there,
Counting?
I need 2 ink pens, 2 Halloween costumes, the beach towel, the trash can, the
Did you
regular
tell
trash.
Walter?
Now.
Walter Ray?
Yeah,
Walter
Walter
Ray
Ray
of
very well.
CD Warehouse.
Walter
Woo, woo,
Ray.
Walter! Yeah, he just gave me one. That's all right. Walter Ray, CD Warehouse. If you even ask him to get this stuff for you,
Walter Ray knows me. He knows. Well,
he
here's the
knows
thing, Pat.
everybody.
Here's the thing: is I've been collecting this my whole life since I was 9 years old or whatever, and I'm 21 now. So.
Right.
No, but I don't want to. I could probably go on eBay or whatever and just buy the rest of the shit, the 5, 6 things.
Why
But I
don't
feel
you
like a
just-
sellout.
Why don't you just have him find it for you? Because he
That
can
way
find
I'm
more
not doing
original
it.
stuff. He can. He's cool. I get all kinds of cool Beatles stuff from him. I got a board game.
You
I
ever
got
see-
calendars.
You know, he's a big Ryan James deal. That's like his guy. You ever see that backstage pass he's got? That was mine. I gave that to him on the day Ronnie died. I drove out there and gave it to him.
You're so
I love
sweet.
Walter Ray, man.
Who doesn't love Walter?
Right.
So
I knew he was having a day when I heard Ryan die. I'm like, Walter Ray. He came to my mind as soon as I heard about it. So I went out there and got him, took him that backstage. And it's a cool autograph, too. It's probably one of the coolest Ryan James ones I got. I mean, it's laminated. It's badass. But I knew it was in the right hands. That's where it's supposed to be.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. Walter's the
Just
bomb.
like I said, if it was something cool and it was Kiss, he would come my way with it. I know it.
Yeah, well, you need to remind him because you're not the only Kiss fan, believe it or not. Because I was buying stuff for my sister.
I
She's
challenge
a
anyone in this
Kiss
town to
fan.
put their collection up against mine.
No,
Everybody.
she doesn't have the collection you do, but I was buying stuff for her.
I saw just a little bit. I was pretty impressed.
I gotta get Ace's autograph on it. I got Gene already. That's why I made him ride in the back of a helicopter because he was not happy. I got pictures of me in front of the Viper and in the back, Jack.
Okay, we are going to take a break. Let's start off with. Okay, I took the first track. Is that all right?
She said that the last 3 times. I don't care.
Okay, good.
Let's play the second one.
We're gonna start. Well,
Can we
you want
play
the
the second
second
track?
one? We can play the second
And then
one.
we'll
We're
tell
gonna
what song it is
we're
when we
gonna
come out of
start
break.
off with Conquest because they're playing this
Yes.
weekend. Snowman.
And can we hear some Dirty King, Lucky 13? No?
Sure, we can put that on. STL Roar, episode 77.
Roar!
Roar. MyCityMyMusic.com. We'll be right back.
Gaze into the fire. the way that I'm feeling inside. Try to run, but you just can't hide. See the way that I feel inside. Try to run, but you just can't hide. Hitting rock bottom and you can't get up. Won't find the answer what you're killing yourself. When you run around town acting like a fool, in your own mind really think you're cool. Won't find the answer at the bottom of a spoon. Day you wake up because you come too soon. No! When you drink your whiskey and you take your drugs, don't look at me, I'm not the one to judge. It's not my problem, they were down on you. Made your bed, you gotta lay in it too. Now you're stuck with no one else to blame, all because of what is in your brain. The boy cried wolf but nobody came. All you got left is your fucked up name. Hey, hey! See the way, feel the way.
Episode 77, STL Roar, MyCityMyMusic.com. We've got Stomp in the house.
Yo.
Woo, woo, woo. He's holding the dough.
Now
small
we're
part.
the Cha-Cha-Chow dynasty.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
It's a
you.
small part, like 2.5 men, the half,
Yeah.
So what is your dynasty? What do you do? You have a food truck?
Yeah, I have a food truck, Cha-Cha-Chow.
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 Yeah, we do
That's
tacos.
you guys?
Yep.
Awesome. Very
We do
cool.
tacos that just do it.
Yeah, we've been around for about 10, 11 years now.
Do you guys camp out at the amphitheater?
We have been there. It's been a while, though. I know that a friend of mine just had their truck at the Foo Fighters show the other day.
That was
Yeah.
a great show, man.
Yeah.
That show was off the chain.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good.
I'm not a big fan of it, but that was a good show.
What?
Oh, yeah,
Who doesn't like to fight food? Oh my God, it's David Grohl. Oh
I
my God.
love Dave Grohl, don't get me wrong.
Oh.
I'm just not a big, I don't know. It was a great show. I had a good time. I'm complimenting him.
He always.
Yeah, he's
always
talent,
put on a
man.
good
He's all talent.
show. He
He's
is.
got a lot of energy.
Yeah, he does.
So So what's the have you had a bad show? I mean, have you had a bad turnout at any of you? I mean, food trucks, it seems like they're
we've
just
had our fair share, that's for sure.
really.
You guys been kind of killing it though with this COVID.
This year's
ain't you?
been amazing. Last
Yeah,
year was
yeah.
our worst year ever. 2019 was our best year ever, and this year will probably be our best year ever, actually.
Really.
So it's
Yeah,
taking a
shaped
good
up
turn for
Oh
you.
yeah, this year's been great for us.
Right on.
Been pretty fortunate.
So what is the day in the life of a food truck guide? You have certain places you go,
Oh,
or
yeah,
you just
yeah.
follow certain.
Well, it used to be we had like 3 or 4, maybe 5 lunch spots we hit every week. Just
Mm-hmm.
show up and you hope to do well, and you should do okay. But this year's been 90% private parties, so it's all been a guaranteed minimum sale. So which is what every food truck owner wants.
Definitely.
It's like catering, like where you bring exactly what they ordered,
Right.
and everything's guaranteed. But other than that, we just show up in 9 Mile Garden for the most part, and
And that's right across from the clubhouse, which used to
Yep.
be the 10 Mile House, correct?
Yeah,
that place is neat.
over on Gravois.
Yeah, right across from the cycle shop.
Yep, and it's.
I haven't been to 9 Mile Garden, but I've seen
It
it.
was
I've,
cool
I've
as shit.
advertised it.
Oh yeah, it's great. Everybody asks me about it. They're like, "Oh, do you go there?" I'm like, "Yeah, they've done a great job of publicizing the place."
Is that the building there? Is that part of the
Yeah, it's the
amphitheater? Where the
cantina.
garage doors are right
Yeah,
up?
yeah, it's
So
a
that's
giant.
open when the amphitheater's open?
Yep, that's the bar right there.
Oh, there's a bar in
Yeah,
there.
they have the doors up when the weather's nice, but it hasn't been up lately.
I just affiliate the two together, so I was
Oh,
I was
yeah,
asking
yeah,
when-
it's their bar.
When
Yep.
one's open. So is the bar open sometimes when the amphitheater's not
Yep.
rocking?
Yeah, the
Okay.
bar is open till.
So it's a regular operating
yeah,
bar?
basically.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
I
okay.
want to say they're open till 10 or
So
midnight.
that would be the shoe in for the bands to go talk to the bar people to get in.
Probably. Yeah,
Alright.
most likely. And they do have live music twice a week. I want to say
Or we
Wednesdays.
could just
and-
jump out of a food truck, already loaded up with some bubble machines and some
You could do that.
electric guitars and get on your roof
Is
and make a
it-
scene.
Is it full bands or is it like duos and trios?
there's
or
been
is it
full
separate?
bands.
Those
there
are
a
full
lot of
band
times-
last weekend because I seen them
Yeah.
when I was out checking out Keith Bennett's band.
A lot of times it's solo acts or just a duo, but yeah, they book all types of live entertainment really when it comes to bands. So it's a great spot. I mean, it's usually pretty
Yeah, it is
packed
pretty
and
cool,
everything.
man. It's kind of a family atmosphere over there in Ashton.
Absolutely, yeah. You can bring your dog.
And then
you can bring
I've
your
seen
kids.
them doing everything from playing movies to
They do
having,
comedy,
having live bands.
Oh yeah, it's a great spot. Especially last year for a lot of food trucks. I mean, there was nowhere to go, so they really killed it.
Right.
But yeah, this year mostly private events and some of this, some of that, some neighborhoods, and yeah, it's been interesting. Hot days, long hot days. It's
Right.
usually 100 something in the truck, and if you're over the fryer or the grill, it's 150.
Yeah, I've caught Sam looking like he just was in a shower.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Did
So-
you?
Especially the back of a
did you
little box
do
truck with no moving
Party at
air.
the beach?
Yeah.
Were you at Party at the beach? Did you do that this year?
No, we didn't. Where was that at?
Pontoon Beach.
Pontoon over with
This
Head
last
East and
weekend.
Shooting Star last weekend.
No, but we go over to Illinois quite a bit though. That's for sure. We've just been so booked with our private parties, fortunately, that we haven't done a lot of public events.
But
really.
them's the for sures, man. Stay with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them are the for sures.
Yeah, it's hard to say no to that. So we've really worked our butts off this year. It's just it's a bit of a grind, It's just as long as you got the right people working for you. Which fortunately, I do.
Right.
Some family and some really good friends. So
So how many people are in there working at one time? Three
usually
or four?
3.
3.
Yeah, 4 if it's a super busy event, but we usually cut it off for that because then it's just too many people.
Yeah,
in
you
the
just
truck.
step on
Right.
each other.
Yeah, and it's really hot, and not everybody can handle the heat.
Right.
Which
That's
yeah,
true,
I mean,
man.
You get to the truck, 7, 8 in the morning some days, and they're already sweating. You turn on the grill.
Yeah,
start
you ain't even
cooking.
started yet.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, it's gonna be a long day, especially doubles. We're doing all kinds of doubles this year, and it's been great, but also like it's hard to say no. When people want to offer you money,
Well,
you
yeah,
know, when this-
definitely.
you're like, oh, keep pushing until
Yeah, how
it's
hot
like,
can you stand?
yeah, well, usually it's like when my wife's like, you haven't been around much lately. It'd be nice to see you sometimes. So like, okay, maybe we need to like cut it back just a little bit.
Right. So what is your specialty? What do you have?
Well, we do this deep fried chicken taco actually. So we have this breading that we make, and we bread these tenders, and we have a chipotle mayo that we make called cha-cha sauce.
All secret stuff, right?
For the most
Family
part,
heirlooms?
yeah. We've had people try and ask, and we only give bits and pieces, just enough. But it's called a walking taco, but it's not like Fritos and chili. It's just this taco that you just come in a cone you can walk around with. But now we just make it, and people love it. It's probably what they know
Is
as
that why it's
festival.
called a walking one? Because what? It's in a cone?
Yeah, it used to be in a
Like
cone,
an ice
so you like
cream
walk
cone?
around. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's I eat too many of them.
Sam also spent almost half a year just surfing down in El Salvador and picked some influences up for some El
Oh
Salvadorian
yeah,
food.
we had a brick and mortar for a while too, and we did pupusas, which is like it's a griddle. It's like a thick corn tortilla stuffed with like cheese or pork or like beans as well. And we did it deep fried actually. We didn't grill them, we fried them, and people loved them. It came with like red got salsa and some slaw, you know. But we haven't been able to do that because we've just been doing the truck for the last few years. But
Oh,
hopefully
wow.
we'll have another brick and mortar one day in the next year or two.
That's awesome.
Get our own place, and yeah, it's been an interesting 5 or 6 years here now. I can't believe how long I've been doing it. Sometimes.
And yeah,
Yeah,
it's going up. It
sure.
sounds like so. And you still got a back burner plan.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That Three Monkeys up there on Morganford's got that brick pizza, man. It's,
Oh yeah, and they
that old oven cooked,
they-
man. It's
they-
awesome.
They closed for a while, and then they opened again, and they
Did
closed
they?
again. So they're closed. I don't know if somebody's gonna buy it and reopen it, or
And
what
that
the deal
Stella
is.
Blues food's pretty good too up
Oh
there
yeah,
in the corner.
I live right down
Legendary.
the
Oh,
street
so
from
oh,
there.
yeah, a
Amazing.
friend of mine lives right behind her.
Yep, I live over in Miami, and I walk
So
up
you
there.
go to Bombers? O'Brien's, 3 o'clock.
Oh
bar?
yeah. No, I've never been in there, but I know
Way
exactly
down.
where it's at. Yeah.
Your wife hasn't seen you all week, right?
Yeah, no, man. Yeah, that place is interesting. You know, it's tucked back in there behind PetSmart. And
Yeah. It's fun.
I
go
think
up
the
there.
last thing I heard about that was when those off-duty cops got in trouble up there, and I was like, I don't know if I need to
Serving
be up
those
there,
guys,
man.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that place is. I'm sure it's fun. I don't know. It might be a little too much fun for me. I don't know. These days,
I'll check
stay
on
in
it
a
for
little-
you.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Rockstar Taco?
Yeah.
Yeah, Will Pelly.
Yeah. They're.
He was here. He was on the show. But yeah, I've got
really?
that Rockstar.
That's out of
that-
Diamonds, right?
Huh?
Ain't that out of Diamonds? in that
No,
stuff?
he's not there anymore.
Like St.
Okay.
Peter's,
No.
St. Charles,
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah.
He's got a couple of places right now.
Yeah.
Up north,
And
yeah.
his matter of fact, his Rockstar Taco. It's they call it Rock Dust.
Yeah.
Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top
Oh,
got
yeah.
a hold of it, and he ships it to him by the caseful.
Oh, cool.
So, which is real. I mean, this stuff is it's secret ingredient,
Yeah.
of course, but you
Yeah,
can
the
put it on
family
anything.
heirloom
It's
stuff.
Does he
freaking
have
phenomenal.
anything in the works, or
As far
Rockstar
as
Tacos?
I think it's just his store going.
Yeah.
He's looking for someone with a brick oven to go in business with.
You can always reach out to him.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's
absolutely.
super cool. He's a great musician. He's a lot of fun. He's a blast. He is hilarious. But yeah, they work their asses off. They do a really good
That's
job.
You know, Billy Gibbons was just here too at the State Fair, Washington State Fair.
Oh
this
yeah, I
past
saw
weekend.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I was bummed out because that's a friend of mine that's doing Dusty Hill, Elwood Francis. It was that was Dusty's guitar tech, and he actually lives on the compound. I'm friends with Toby and Elwood. His brother was running sound. My friend Toby, who worked for Kiss, so that's where I met him at. And they were both at the Washington State Fair, and I started watching Facebook, and my buddy John's like, "It's good seeing you, Toby." I go, "Toby was in town. Nobody called me." I'm like, "Thanks, you guys."
Yeah,
Oh,
it's cool to see.
yeah.
Anyway,
Still
shout out
kept,
John Nagy.
Still kept playing even despite Dusty's.
Well, they said
passing,
they said they're gonna let the show finish, you know. So
Yeah.
and Elwood's like, he knows the whole show. He's been with them so
Right,
many
yeah.
years, you know. And Toby Francis is one of the best sound guys in the business. So he's doing sound with them right now. He's doing Elwood's kind of picking up the slack, and they're gonna get through the tour and get it done, you know. And then it'll probably just be, I'm guessing, with the success that Billy's had with his solo stuff with Matt Sorm on drums and that other bass player.
He's a super cool, sweet guy.
Or he might keep Elwood, and they might keep it rolling.
I
With
don't
their who
know.
knows what all stuff's wrote, but I just can't see it being the same.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
them guys
There's
are
no way.
traditional,
Yeah.
and it's weird because these 3-piece bands, what Neil Peart, you
Right.
know, makes you wonder what Triumph's
Power
got going
three.
on. Yeah,
Power 3. Their
Two-
show was
two
probably one of
three-piece
the
bands we've
easiest
lost.
shows we've ever done as far as
they're so laid back too.
being
man.
a stagehand. It's 3 guys playing their music. They don't have a huge light wall. They don't have all this excess.
They are the
BS.
show. Yeah.
They are it, and it was
Yeah.
just like, it was awesome. I remember running around I had to run to the bathroom, and I almost ran into to Billy. He was like, "Hey kid, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I gotta go to the bathroom," and I ran around him. He just walked out of his bus in his pajamas. I mean,
Yeah, they're real laid back,
he's
man.
super cool. I mean,
Sounds like
he's
it.
just one of the nicest, most laid back guys.
Yeah.
They all are. They're just super
The
cool.
first time I
Awesome.
met them was
It's
actually
refreshing.
through Toby Francis. Called me anywhere he's within 500 miles of here. He usually hits me up, you know. But he took me up to one of the coolest places to see a show is the Peoria Civic Center. I don't know if you've ever been up there, but and Big Al's is a bar right behind it. The strip club, one of the neatest ones in the country. That's the first time I met ZZ Top was up there.
Oh yeah.
And Billy Gibbons wanted
What a-
some of
what
my
a
photos I
location.
took. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gave him some of the photos I took
Oh cool.
from a St. Louis show. He goes, "Man, you still got the copies of these old 35 millimeter by
That's
hand,
awesome.
you know?"
Yeah,
So, yeah.
they're just really just super cool guys.
Yeah, they're really laid back.
I mean, their shows, it was just phenomenal. I mean, and nobody leaves; they stay.
Yeah, sure.
It's like they're playing, and you don't realize an hour and a half or 2 hours just went by because
Right.
it's ZZ Top.
And they do it so
You know,
effortless.
It is
just
totally
looks effortless the way they do it.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's just natural, man.
Yeah, really, really cool, for sure. John Nagy, huh?
John Nagy.
I like that guy. He's
Man,
a
me and him
sweetheart.
been camping out for concert tickets since we was 14.
Really?
Yeah. One of my first gigs, man, scalping concert tickets.
Well, I have to give a shout out to one of my new Facebook friends, Darren D.
Oh, Darren.
Rod Smith.
What up?
This is for
Kansas
you,
City?
Darren.
Give his hometown shout.
I know, that's awesome.
I-55 series we got stolen from us. Kansas City.
And I don't know if you read on Facebook, Frankie Muriel from King of the Hill. Broken
Yeah.
Toys.
Dr. Vegas,
Yeah.
King of the Hill,
Dr.
Broken
Vegas.
Toys.
He is opening a School of Rock in St. Peter's.
Awesome.
How cool is that?
That is too cool. I bet his
That is
daughter's
awesome.
gonna wind up being one of the teachers there.
Oh, you know, everything Frankie touches turns to gold. I mean, he
Frankie's
is
got a good
phenomenal.
attitude and stuff, man.
He's just-
easy to
he's-
work with in the studio. Like I said, I was
He's-
up there with Mickey during the Dirty King session, so it was really laid back.
He's all about the music. He's got a great studio. He's a great showman. He's just
You
phenomenal.
remember what a David Lee Roth
All
fan
around
he
the
was? Back in, I had this old.
Who was it? Everybody was a David Lee
No,
Roth
but I mean
fan.
him. That was like his guy, you know,
Right.
or whatever. I mean, I remember going to see Frankie at stages before I was even old enough to be in there. You know, with fake IDs and stuff. Over at Nickel Draft Night, where the racetrack is now,
Where the racetrack
right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
The building's gone.
I've
You
heard
know?
about that place a lot.
Yeah, you go there with $1 on Nickel Draft Night, you come out there sideways, man.
$1.
That
But
was-
they were in Broken
Yeah.
Toys, and then became King of the Hill when they got signed and changed their name around. And then
He was
they've
in
all
Helen.
went
He
on
was
to
in. He was in Helen Handbasket
yeah,
with
they've all
George.
went on to do stuff though, like all them guys. George Potsos went on with Devin Allman, and you know
Honey Trap.
they
He
all
was in
worked.
Honey Trap.
And Jimmy Griffin's El Monstero, the Led Zeppelin
But
tributes. Jimmy
Jimmy's-
Griffin's done everything. They've all of them went on except for Vito. He wound up getting in church and stuff, and he kind of laid back, and he's done the reunion shows with them
Yeah, he's
at
done the
Delmar Hall.
reunion
But yeah, he got religious, which is fine. Everybody's got their own, you know.
Yeah.
But it was
Nothing
cool
wrong
of
with
them that the reunion shows were both cool down at Delmar Hall.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was down there. The first one was Mickey opened up, Dirty King opened up.
Yep, Dirty King opened. for
that's a
them.
pretty cool venue, isn't it? I haven't been in.
Oh,
yet.
yeah, it's pretty neat.
Delmar
Good
Hall is
stuff.
a smaller venue than the pageant, of course, but it's got the same ambiance.
Only Joe Hubbard's gonna open a concert hall next to his other concert hall. That was no money.
And it's successful.
And
And
having Charlie
so
parked
is-
out in front,
Yeah, but
holding
you-
up traffic and shit.
No, but
Yeah,
did you
right.
see the release they put on Facebook? You can't come to any of their shows unless you
Oh, yeah.
just tested positive or tested negative for COVID, or you had the first round of shots, or there's a whole
So you gotta have
laundry
your
list. I'm
paperwork
like,
and
oh
stuff.
my
Is that what
gosh.
they're doing?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you gotta
Man.
show your.
I
So
know.
now
and then,
who's got some bogus paperwork? I would,
oh, I'm sure.
Killer
I'm
IDs and shit.
sure you will finagle your
I'm
way
with
in
the
there
band.
for
I
sure.
ain't fucking showing nobody
Oh
nothing.
Jesus. He's the speed bump.
Sorry, speed bump.
So when's your next when you go out again?
What time's the
You
food
doing any
truck
of the big
open,
shows?
man?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, I
You
think
should
we
have
get-
parked it right here.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm trying to stay away from it for a few days. I had 4 days off, which is awesome. It's the
Got some
longest
float
break
trips
we've had
coming up.
all summer. So yeah.
Oh, we had what was it? The floats and hose over there, the greatest float trip. The people who was in here that night.
Oh, that's this
One of the nights
weekend.
that you bitch about me popping
That's
in and
this
popping
week.
out.
That's this weekend.
No, I'm saying that wasn't they just here a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
What was
Oh,
it
yeah,
called? The
food-
greatest float on earth. They're called.
We,
It's like a circus down on the river. It sounded like.
no, I don't think we heard that one, but we do have Food Truck Friday this Friday at Targo Park.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
a pretty big deal. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like 18 food trucks.
Right on.
4 o'clock to like 8:30 Friday night.
It's always packed.
Yeah, you
So
can bring your own beer.
You're trying to stay off till Friday then? Is that
Oh
what
no,
you're
I gotta
saying?
work Wednesday and Thursday, but that's the big one for this week, and then I go on a float trip on Saturday. So
Where you gonna float at?
Jack's Fork,
Oh yeah.
yeah, down in Eminence, Missouri. So
I love Eminence. I used to
Right-
take my
riding
horses
down
down
there,
there.
yeah, I'm riding my motorcycle down there. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's one. It's really I take 21 down to
Mhm.
forget what it runs into, and then just take that to Eminence instead of taking 44. You know, Salem and St. James and all that. But it's one of my favorite rides. You know, once you get past Potosi, it's.
I like going out 20. Yeah, Tosi over 20 over. Well, my property. I got some property in Steelville,
Oh yeah, sure.
so I go out 21 then over 8.
Yeah.
Bear
That's nice
Cat
rides.
Getaway.
Oh yeah, it's fun, man. I love riding out there. It's once you get out of the city.
What kind of
it's,
bike you got?
It's BMW
Really?
900R. Yeah, it's like
Nice.
like a standard, not a lot of
Boring.
plastics, kind of a
Cruising
naked
bike.
No, boring,
Yeah,
boring,
it's
not.
boring.
BMWs are nice bikes.
It's no hog, but it's
It's so quiet.
it sounds kind of cool.
When you
know?
ride up, when you have a Harley and you've got
There
that
she goes,
sound. Oh my God!
The
I
vibration
mean,
and the sound.
It's
So-
just, but my bike, I just love my bike.
One
I
of
mean,
the folks who works for me has a Harley. I can't remember if it's a low
Mine's a mutt.
Lowrider.
Yeah, or a super glider.
Low rider, super
She's
She's got
glide,
the
electric
Screaming Eagle
glide.
exhaust on there, so she
Yeah.
always shows me up whenever she comes to work. You know,
Right,
it's much louder than mine.
Well, the car. Have you ever been to the car show? They have the car show in Forest Park.
Oh, yeah, on
on
Easter.
Easter.
Uh-huh, yeah.
I love
Oh
that
yeah,
thing.
it moved this year. What was that? Chaffetz Arena or?
I don't know where it was
It was
because.
a family arena instead of Forest Park or something.
Oh well, it is not the same.
Oh, Forest Park was
And me and
fun.
my friends rode out to the car
Yeah.
show like we always do, and we were coming back, and these two guys were pulled over on the side of the road, and one of the guys, he was sitting. I glanced out of the side. I just glanced over, and he's standing there, and he starts shaking, and the bike goes over.
Oh no.
So I pulled over, and he
Yeah.
was having a seizure. Is what happened.
Jesus.
Anyway, so I got him off the bike. We got the bike off, got him out from underneath the bike, turned him on his side, all this kind of thing, and then and
He-
come to find out, I ended up taking his bike to my house
Yeah.
because his parents, they put him. We got an ambulance call.
Yeah.
They went to the hospital. Long story short, I didn't know these people owned Southside Cyclery.
Oh wow.
Had no idea, so I took his bike to my house, and I didn't realize it was a freaking BMW till I got there. I was like, "There is no noise. I can't hear this bike. Is this thing even gonna get me anywhere?" And it was like
How do you
riding. It
start
was
it?
like
It's
riding a
running.
couch.
Yeah, right. I know.
It was so quiet. There was no bumps,
Well,
no anything.
This bike actually, the stock exhaust is kind of cool. I mean, you can still hear the engine when you're, revving a bit, but I think it sounds cool.
That's
for
what, a
now.
900? What'd
Yeah,
you say?
it's just 900. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's
That's
a pretty
cool.
light bike.
2-lane fucking 2-road.
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
it's good for like twisties and stuff like
Mhm.
that. I mean, it's not something you want to ride on the highway for more than a couple hours.
Right.
The wind blast after a while kind of gets to you, but
Right.
I don't know. I just like the curvy back roads. That's it. Although I need to probably buy a motorcycle jack at some point, but you know,
Yeah, but it didn't seem like it had any weight. It's real lightweight.
it is. Yeah, it's just like I think about 400 pounds.
I gotta have that 900 underneath my ass. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
900 pounds, what my Dyna was. Oh, I love it. I gotta get another bike this year. I can't stand it. Can't stand not having one. But yeah, it's I said, oh my god, I did not realize I was riding a freaking BMW. But
Yeah, they're not for everybody, but I don't know. I guess I got hooked with my last
Somebody
bike.
at work we had a couple BMWs.
So you can maneuver better when you're like doing curves.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you've
Like,
done the Dragon Tail?
I was actually just looking at it today. I was thinking about trying to
You
make it
gotta
down there in the
do
fall.
A friend of mine just
Yeah.
done that.
Is
Dragon
it
Tail.
is it only a 12-mile? Is it how long is it? Do you know that?
I'm not sure
I
how
thought
long
it
it
was
is.
12 to 15, I think.
Okay.
But
alright.
it's so.
Yeah.
Windy and fun.
Yeah.
It seems like it's 1200.
Yeah, I think it'll take me about 8 hours to get there, and then it'll it'll be
Right.
fun.
In
to ride through
Colorado,
the
that hill that goes up to,
Pikes Peak.
You
no,
talking-
not that, not Pikes Peak, but Buffalo Bill's grave. That hill that goes up there, the people get the T-shirt for bicycle, and that road is cool too on 2 wheels.
I just drove through there last year.
I went all the way around Colorado a few
I
years
drove
back.
to Vegas and we went straight through the Rockies.
Oh, yeah.
Through Utah
That'd be
and all that.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the
Nice.
garden. We went to the Garden of the Gods, Pikes Peak, Buffalo Bills. Went and seen that house that Marty Feldman or whatever done that. It looks like the front of a Cadillac hanging off a freaking cliff.
Oh, okay.
We went down and then went to Red Rocks for seen the Celtic women that night.
Awesome. Wow.
So that was pretty cool, man.
I'll need to get a bigger bike if I'm be on the highway that long.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. Well, my partner lives up there. And he's got a chop. He's got a fucking 10-car
I don't know
garage
if
with
you
like
wanna
5 choppers.
Yeah.
ride a bike through all the way through the mountains though.
Oh, I rode all the way through the mountains. I went through the Black Hawk Mountains.
And it pours, rains on and off. It's just like
Yeah, you
being
go
in
around the corner.
Florida.
It's all
Yeah.
4 seasons. That's why it's called the 4 seasons up there.
I don't know.
Lightning, you go around the
Great.
corner, it's hail, then you go around the corner and you sunbathe. You know, it's
Great.
crazy. That Pikes Peak is just the whole time up there. You're going through snow, lightning,
And
sun.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once
Yeah,
you're over the
every
mountains, it's
Three
crazy.
every
hours
season there is,
altitude.
and you're
Yeah.
above the clouds. You're seeing the lightning in the clouds and shadows and shit down below you.
You get
I
like-
rode all the way through the Black Hawk Mountains, man. I'm on a bike and this dude comes swinging out this rock climbing. I'm like, you lucky I wasn't a semi, dude. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my buddy, and these kayakers are next to us, so I'm like, messing around with them, you know. But you gotta watch the road too, 'cause it's just a 2-lane. And the Black
Yeah,
Hawk Mountain,
the
dude,
road.
it's just black coals. And all you can see is the stripe of the light blue sky
Oh,
up
that's
top.
wild.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And I start realizing, I'm looking over here, now the kayaks are coming at us. I'm going, whoa, whoa. I pull over, I go, what the hell just happened with the water flow? I go, them guys were right next to us, and now they're going against us.
Yeah.
He goes, there's 4 different water flows that come off that Black Hawk Mountain, down to the same reservoir or whatever.
Yeah.
So they come from different directions. I
Okay.
go, okay, I was making sure my bike didn't do a reverse on me or something, because that was not right.
I think Sturgis is this weekend. I think.
It's
right?
right now.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Right
I was
now.
supposed
Right
to,
now?
yeah.
Yeah, one of our local
But we're going
bands
to
is there.
Vegas.
Plastic Kings. They're
Okay.
playing at Knuckleheads. No, they're at where are they
I
at?
don't know.
Oh shit. They're not knuckleheads. That's Kansas
They're
City.
not knuckleheads, but they're
That's
playing.
Kansas City. They are playing.
I heard they got more people there this year than they have in at least 10 years, I think they said.
I know, because everybody's like stir crazy, ready to
Yeah,
get out.
there's more
Okay,
people coming
let's
up.
go.
They're expecting this year than the anniversary a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It was, a couple years ago was like the 100th or one of the milestone markers.
Yeah.
I was at Daytona for the 50th anniversary, and Easy Rider was going to take that centerfold picture at noon. We was riding up down Main Street for like 2 hours trying to see when I was taking that picture. I was with 2 tanks of gas just trying to get that photo.
Oh man.
That was a fun time to
Sturgis
win.
is a blast. What happens there stays there for
I can
sure.
only imagine. Never been, but I would
But
love to
Little
go.
I've been there
Bring
with
my
the
camera.
bike. Little Sturgis. That
Little
was the first
Sturgis
year.
is worse.
The first year of Little
my
Sturgis when it was still
God.
little, that was a trip.
It's
the first
never
year.
little.
The first
It's
year was.
God, little.
The first year it was.
It's badass.
Is Little Sturgis?
It's
not
in Sturgis,
What?
Kentucky.
No, it's
Oh,
Oh,
okay, I was gonna say,
It's
in
called Little
Sturgis,
Sturgis. Yeah, it's a
it's
Sturgis
Little
run.
Sturgis, but it is. I mean,
A little
it's,
closer to home here.
It is
Yeah.
bad.
We went the
badass.
first year they had it, man, and it was just
How
not.
long has it been going on?
Now it's huge. It's like probably as many people damn near as Big Sturgis.
It's been
Sturgis is
going
like-
on
It's been
for
going on for every bit of
Little-
15 years, I
Little
think.
Sturgis.
Yeah,
was
at least.
15,
At least.
I think about 20 years, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken.
And
Yeah.
I've never been to Hog Rock yet either. I want to go to Hog Rock.
I've had some
Oh,
friends that have been there, and they say.
But
it's
they don't. Yeah,
wild
they don't
time.
allow
Swingers
clubs.
heaven.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
yeah,
like
yeah, totally.
It's a
But I
biker
don't
porn
do
movie.
that.
A biker porn movie.
Yeah,
Live,
yeah.
not memorized.
Yeah.
So I've heard. Yeah.
It's something else. Yeah, I'm good.
That one and I've been in Daytona. I've been. I want to go to the river ride too. I'll think of the name when we get back with you.
Which me?
Which me?
Which me?
So he went and got ice, but he thought I meant for mixed drinks.
And for a cooler.
So I got a
Hey,
koozie.
thank you. Yeah, thanks for trying.
Everybody want a cube?
It's
I'll
all
share 'em. I'll
good.
share 'em. Make sure
Don't
they.
count.
Yeah.
Can you spare a cube
Yeah.
or can you swear?
It's all good. It's all good.
He gave his best, man. You know.
Hey, no, we appreciate it.
Those are nice ice cubes at least.
Yeah.
They are
No
good and
bullshit
square,
ice.
man. I like that.
So-
My daughter
Straight
made
out
those.
Broadway and blow.
So Reuben, what is your plan for with the RFT as far as pictures? Are you gonna like expand now?
The
and
next
go
week,
out, go
the
out
next
to,
week he's at like my house.
go out to other bands.
Yeah, well,
and
so
see
that-
who's
that-
playing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I mean, like, my job actually. So I work at a dialysis center. I'm a healthcare worker. Working at dialysis. I'm actually in the last semester of nursing school. I'm an LPN currently, which is a licensed practicing nurse.
Right.
I like to call loser poser nurse because you can only do so much.
Right.
And I'm in my last semester of become a registered nurse. So healthcare has always been my thing. It's been something I get into, but photography has been kind of a therapy almost in a way. And going with the RFT and everything like that. Hoping to try and expand with more kind of Midwest Missouri culture, just explore it more because just growing up around here, there's just so many stories. There's so many stories to be heard.
Definitely.
And I think the coast just overshadow it, unfortunately, too much. It's some of the most genuine and real and incredible stories you'll find here. And I'm just constantly on the search to find some more.
Right.
And next weekend I'm going down to a small town in it's just an hour south of Tulsa. It's the country's largest African American rodeo, and it's just when I looked at the news, there's like nothing about it whatsoever, and it's just insane. So we're gonna take some photos and try and explore that. My old senior chief of the Navy, I'm gonna go and see him and take some photos of him. He lives in Jasper, Missouri, and just expand their story and everything like that is also as well. But I'm just constantly always looking for just locals or just around the Midwest, just anyone. Like I'm fascinated personally, and I would love more people to hear their story as well. So
Have you been to Venice Cafe?
I love it. Yeah, absolutely.
That is
man.
so
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
I'm-
Yeah,
Definitely.
the owner is great friends with Sam's dad actually, and
Well,
they've
they've known each other since back in the day.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But
I woke up in that canoe out in the beer garden.
Perfect. Yeah.
With my bike locked in the bar across the street.
Yeah, I've got a friend of mine who does a lot of artwork there. I mean, a lot of
Awesome.
people do a lot of artwork
Who's
there.
the friend? If you don't mind me
He's
asking.
I'll tell you later.
Sure.
Off the air.
Yeah.
But no, it's just so cool. I mean, every corner you turn, it's got something awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
the place
Shady
is-
Jack's is a place you may want
Love
to go
it.
see.
Yeah, I love
oh
that
my
place
God,
also.
Jack is a
Yeah,
sweetheart.
yeah.
He was on the show. Super nice guy. I hate what St. Louis, the city, is doing to him.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's just bullshit.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
the landing, once it was done, it was done.
Yeah.
And they don't want any more development down there. But Jack owns that bar and
He
the
owns
parking
all the way
lot.
down Broadway, man.
Yeah.
and that
He owns down
parking
the
lot
bistro
and part
stuff,
of some
yeah.
other, I don't remember, but they come after
In
him
that
all the
direct
time with
area, yeah.
crazy bullshit tickets and you know
Codes, yeah.
violations and all this
And it's
BS.
Fire
and
codes and
And
he's
he
got
owns
the
the whole
most-
block, dude,
Yeah.
and better
You see the
probably.
bistro, that old Broadway bistro that used to be
He
over
owns
there?
all the way down
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Mhm.
With the car wash and the
I went to the
beach
Broadway
volleyball.
bistro. Well, I was probably too young to be there, but
Right,
a long
right.
time ago. That was
Right.
an interesting place.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a cool. Yeah, he decided to just close up. He was just done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he closed Broadway Bistro, I mean, but it was still a killer venue. I mean, it was
Yeah.
open late,
Oh yeah.
and people would go down there. It was when BB's closed. I mean, he stayed open.
Well, it's kind of like an
till
icon
2:30.
biker bar now in town too. You know,
Now, were they
too
trying
many-
to close that down because they're building that soccer stadium? Is it
Well, no,
back
this was
going
long.
in that general
He was
area?
having problems before the stadium.
Gotcha.
When they started, like she said, with the boats and the Admiral and stuff, when the whole downtown started zoning and the
Yeah.
riverfront and between the riverfront landing and the money, they was gonna put that golf course in down there, that big ass golf course.
That's right. Is that where they wanted?
We
We're
had
talking
a
about putting
property at
maybe
St.
over
Louis and Blair Avenue
Right.
that was affected by all that stuff. You know,
Yeah, it's
that we bought.
It's just crazy to me too because like here you know
It's all politics stuff,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
It's all
it's
politically
ridiculous. Well, they got-
political agendas driven, man.
As I mentioned before, you know, I used to live in New Orleans, and they utilize their riverfront. Like, they make it, like, towards,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
bustling, beautiful areas like that. Here we are in St. Louis, where there's so many gorgeous historic buildings down
Right,
there.
just sitting vacant.
Just sitting there.
Right.
Well,
And
it's just a
crazy,
write-off.
yeah,
They
yeah.
won't
Well,
let anybody
also-
do anything with them.
Yeah,
That's,
what I found
and
out-
they just buy them up and sit on them, and they say, oh, we're
Because
gonna
the
make
codes and all
we're
that
gonna
crap.
do this. We're gonna make condos. We're gonna do this. We're gonna build. They're not gonna do shit with it. They're just gonna sit on it and just keep buying up more property and just
Right.
sitting on it and keeping it as a
Corporate
write-off.
conglomerate fucks.
You know, and
Yeah.
that whole thing when they got rid of Big Muddy and the
Yeah.
Taste of St. Louis, they tried to move it out to Chesterfield.
right.
That whole
Yeah,
thing.
it's too bad. And that's just, like, unfortunately, if they do that, or if they continue to be something to the county, there won't be anything. I mean,
No.
You know
it's just
something
gonna-
else too is
yeah.
that sign that was over at the art gallery, that JJ's. That
Yeah.
was right there by
Yeah.
Jackson's, right
Yeah.
in that same area,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So many amazing institutions that made St. Louis what it is are unfortunately
Definitely.
slowly but surely going away.
I mean,
Have you
every
been-
cool bar in the Central West End is gone. You know,
Yeah.
like
Right.
Rosie's. Oh Jesus, what was that? 34 Club.
yeah, yeah.
What wa-
yeah.
what was
High
the
Point
yeah.
Cafe's cool though
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
but
There-
that's been,
Yeah.
There was a
you
bar
know.
that had, like, when you walked in, you could walk downstairs. They had all kinds of artwork and albums you could buy. I can't remember the name of it though.
Was it
Central
a
West-
bar?
Yeah, it was in Central West End.
J&J's. Is that
Maybe. I'm not sure.
J&J's.
I don't know if it was
It was
that
a
one.
long time ago. I
Okay.
cannot remember. But yeah, the West End used to be slamming too.
Yeah.
But it's like all of our history and all the cool memories we have with all of our original music. The landing is just it's nothing. Tumbleweeds and crickets. And I remember
Right. The
I
Mississippi
worked down
Nights
there.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, Kennedy's, Mississippi Nights. I
Kennedy's,
mean, all the
Water Street.
Bogarts, all those places. I mean,
Lucius
Yeah, I
Boomer's
worked on Water
downstairs.
Street for
Boomers.
years.
American, All American
Business
Cafe
went from,
downstairs.
I made $300-400 a night down there to, I was making $20 a night. That's just how bad they got.
I bartended at, it was called the Brass Rail, and till 1:30, and then we go to Oz till
Yeah.
3:30,
Ah,
and we
yeah.
go to Pops, and we go to
Till
work
noon 30.
daylight, and then come
don't have
home
to
and it's
leave, man.
daylight. The old Pops. Now that was classic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Thank
log.
God there was no Facebook or cameras.
Yeah.
Holy
Right.
shit!
We'd all be in
No, I
trouble
don't-
still.
Yeah.
Oz is still empty. Like they haven't done anything with it since that
No,
closed.
we shot a movie over there. I was an extra in a
What?
movie.
What
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was
movie?
called Fatal Call. They ended up naming it Fatal Call, and it was the guy who played let's see, it was Kevin London and Sorbo, Kevin Sorbo.
Hercules.
Yes, Hercules. He was
Hercules,
so fun. He was a blast. He was a nice guy. Kevin London held up production
So
a
what
lot.
role did you play?
Well, so we had a whole bunch of extras. They had I don't know, like
Cleopatra.
50 people playing extras. So originally I was gonna be a cop. And so they dressed me up as a cop, and then they said, "No, you look like a hooker. We're gonna make you the hooker."
A hooker
so
cop.
great. So the guy who got to be the hooker or got to be the cop, he's the one who ended up with I think he had one line, and then but we shot it in 2 weeks at the City Hall in Granite City and the police station, and we shot it at Oz.
Wow.
So, and I got in like 3 scenes, and then they had a private showing at the Tivoli the first before it went, and this freaking movie went to Cannes.
Oh Oh yeah.
Went to the Cannes Film Festival.
We were the movie star.
So here's what's so weird is that I'm at the Tivoli with my family and friends. I'm like, yeah, and so you got to find me in the scene. So they said, oh, there you are, there you are. So I made 3 scenes. I was just an extra. They forgot to put my name in the credits.
Oh, no.
I said, are you kidding me?
Oh,
And they
man.
listed all these
I had
other
to call my
people,
agent.
including Beetle Bob, and he wasn't even in the damn movie. I was like,
Listen, I
what?
got the Foo Fighters and I'm looking about 3 people down Beetle Bob's standing.
Of course he was. Yeah.
And I just seen him a weekend before over at Way Out.
Yep. Yep.
yeah, he's
He's
something
probably there
else.
every night.
Oh, dude, he's everywhere all the time,
He's
man.
an
I seen
institution,
Cheap
that's
Trick
for sure.
at Pops one time. He was down there doing his dancing. They stopped the show. Rick Niels was like, hold up, who is this cat? Come up here, man. It was funnier than shit, man. But Beetle Bob was over there killing it.
You know what? Does he have a kid that's like roughly 30 to 40? Because I see this guy wearing business clothes doing the same
With the
dance.
bangs?
Not with the hair though, but he does this. But he's always by himself.
The
he's
same
always
dance,
sweating
always
hard,
a solo dude.
basically.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Not his kid, but
Okay.
Not his kid.
I was
don't
like,
think he doesn't have a kid.
it's like the Beetle Bob reborn.
Reborn. The rebirth.
Yeah,
of
these
Bob
people at the
too.
concert were like,
Bob's
I can
back.
see these young people like snickering at me. I'm going, you know who that is? That's Beetle Bob, man. You know?
He's been around for a
Celebrity
minute, that's
status.
for sure. Yeah, he was on the show once. He's
So-
definitely a character.
Just once.
Just once.
She said once.
Yeah,
What
just
episode
once.
was it? Just
I
one.
see him everywhere. So
Oh,
yeah, he's a really.
So do
nice
you know the
guy.
significance of him wearing an Alice Cooper shirt and it's being the 77th episode? Does anyone?
Oh,
Anybody? Rock
1977,
quiz?
yeah.
What? 77 and Alice Cooper. What's the connecting thing?
Was it the year their first album came out?
I mean that may have been
Yeah.
that too, but Ryan Roxy, the guitar player,
Yeah, yeah.
all his guitar picks. That's the year he was born. He always wears the red, white, and blue, like the bicentennial bracelets that say 77.
Does it
on
really?
it.
I had no idea.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just now know she had that Alice Cooper
There you
shirt
go.
on the 77th
Yeah, yeah.
episode.
Very cool. That's awesome.
Stars
Alice
are
is
aligned.
Ties
he's a
in
sweet
right away.
man. He's the sweetest man I think I've
Oh,
ever
Ryan
met.
Roxy is so cool, man. You know, my band, when they done the Alice Cooper
Oh,
pre-show
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
over at Cal's
Cheers.
restaurant,
Cheers.
or at the restaurant,
Yeah.
over with Sal's.
Yeah.
Well, Phil called me and said, "Hey, Ryan don't want to do acoustic tonight for the pre-show," and I go, "Okay." And I'm thinking Nita Strauss is coming over there, so I'm getting my stuff together. I go, "I'm gonna grab my photo albums." He goes, "No," he goes, "I need you to come over." I said, "I'm coming over." He goes, "Well, he don't want to play acoustic." I said,
Cheers.
"Okay." And he goes, "He wants a whole band." Cheers.
Cheers.
Roar. So it wound up being me, Little Billy Young Guns, Larry, my bass player, and Greg Umps, the drummer from Torchlight Parade, got to play Ryan Roxy over there. And
Oh, very
we
cool.
got to be the
awesome.
Alice Cooper warm-up band
That's
Very
amazing.
for
cool.
the pre-show on that.
That's awesome.
I think it was Friday night. We played over there, and then Saturday was the Alice Cooper show at Riverport. And then I'm down in the front row again at Riverport taking pictures, and Ryan Rice goes, "There's the guy with the camera." In the middle of the show, I'm like,
Oh,
"No!"
It's
Or-
him, it's
and
the
then,
guy with
then
the
other
camera.
dude from St. Louis goes, "His name's Stomp," and he goes, "Stomp." And I'm like,
Oh,
"Bye."
He
I need to be on the
reappears.
jumbotron again.
He reappears every 30 years.
Dude, yeah, he
That's
is.
right.
It's like, it was cool over at LaSalle's. It was a little place. You can say what you want, but not at Riverport, dude.
Oh,
I should
yeah.
give him a heads up. This ain't the venue to be dropping my name out loud. With the microphone.
I have to ask,
What about?
you obviously since you went to Foo Fighters, so you're able to go back in there, no problems or anything like that?
Well, I
mean,
ain't gonna say
okay.
no problems or anything. It's
Yeah.
been a rough 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kicking my heels as soon as I pull over the lot. He's in the venue, he's in the parking lot. Where are you sitting? I ain't got no ticket. I'm sneaking the fuck in here. You know, catch me if you can. I played cat and mouse with them guys for so long, it just was
Lord.
ignorant. Yeah. And I wish I would have done it now looking back at, hindsight when
Yeah.
you're older. But on the news when I got myself, they're like, "Well, what are you gonna do now?" I'm gonna go down in the front row and take pictures. I shouldn't have said that on national TV. Then every cop and security guard in Maryland Heights go, "No, you fuck ain't." I bet you don't. So then it became cat and mouse, and I don't know. It took I remember Pearl Jam was out there on July 2nd. It was 7 years after the riot. Because Steve Shankman goes, "Hey, it's our anniversary." I'm looking around like, this is a trick. I don't even know. I don't celebrate nothing with you, dude. He goes, "It's July 2nd. I go, "Okay." And it didn't dawn me. Oh, wow, it was 7 years ago today. He goes, "Come on to VIP." And he hooked me up all night, let me drink all night.
That's awesome.
I brought about 10 friends in there. Order up, you guys. It's on Shankman.
Sweet.
The guy that owned
Cool.
Contemporary Productions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the longest time, it wasn't coming from them guys. The top, Shankman and
Sure.
Zuckerman.
Yeah.
I've known who all the bigwigs are for all the time since I've been scalping concert tickets. I've stayed clear of them guys, but I also dropped all the cases because my lawyer was like suing everybody in town. everybody from the guy that dropped the grass seed out there, the guy that owns the parking lot, to the police department. I go, I ain't gonna be able to come out of my house, man. You're gonna have the whole town mad at me. I still gotta go take photos and scalp concert tickets down there. I still gotta go play. So I dropped a bunch of them suits because it wasn't them. It was just actual ropes.
Yeah,
I didn't even sue the band
Yeah.
as an
Yeah.
entity. I could have sued everybody, but I didn't. I wanted just him.
He
And
was
if
the
I-
one. He was the one.
If I would have
person,
been thinking, man, I could have made him just like come and play Tramp Camp for free.
Yeah.
Have him with your spandex and your feathers on and jump around.
Oh, jeez.
Dance for
Maybe
me.
do the weenie bag. Maybe do the weenie bag
Dance, monkey,
contest and win a
dance.
trophy. Do the weenie bag contest and win a trophy or something.
That's the stuff with lawyers.
But yeah, when a
you
dude
know.
jumps in your lap singing "Here I Am, Your Rocket Queen," and you think it's like a singing telegram gone bad in front of the jumbotron with 20,000 of your friends, it's embarrassing.
Oh, you'll be fine.
So you
I
think if
didn't-
that didn't happen, how much different would your life been?
I wouldn't be here right now. I guarantee it.
Think completely different.
Or if I'd
maybe?
have done what I was getting ready to do to him.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you in for? Killing a
Gotcha.
rock star? What are you in for?
Have you been to the Blues Museum yet?
I have.
Oh,
yeah,
the one
yeah,
downtown?
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
been there yet.
It's
Is
great.
it cool?
Yeah. So actually, before I worked at Medical Center, I used to work at Blue City Deli, which is a deli up here in the Silver
great.
area, things like that. And one of the regulars there, he's the one that created it, and everything like that.
Dave
Really?
Beardsley.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, I
yeah,
was with him
yeah,
on the
yeah.
pilgrimage.
Awesome.
We went all the way
yeah.
down the Delta.
Amazing, cool.
Yeah, so, yeah.
It's wonderful. It's once again talking about like
Yeah.
losing St. Louis institutions and everything
Yes.
like that. The
David.
St. Louis Blues. We'll talk about a historical, just like epicenter. I mean, like it's incredible. And I even like you just said, like Big George Brock, one of the most amazing musicians here in St. Louis, something like that. Like, I'm so happy there's still some continuation of that history and some promotion because it's definitely needs to be promoted.
Definitely. Did
and-
you go through? Did you do the interactive?
I did. Yeah.
So you made a
incredible.
song? Who'd you sing with?
Well, let's see. Well, maybe it was before that was a part of it. I
Make
think
a
it was right before we went there. I don't know if that was part of it whenever we went there for that part. But we went through it. I think it was when it was still in kind of construction and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
Because he was talking to Vinny, who was the owner of Blue City Deli,
Right.
big blues guy himself and everything
Right,
like that. And he had us
yeah.
come around, and it might have been before that was put in and everything like that.
Because
But-
Jack White of the White Stripes, donated $1 million to the Mix It Up
Really, I
Rare.
didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, so the interactive, if you've not been there, what it is the Blues Museum. It's a history of the blues.
Very Sugar Fire.
And the blues didn't start down there.
Right.
It started here. W.C. Handy's been here.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize that. They think it's, but we did the pilgrimage. We went all the way down to the Delta.
That's amazing.
Down the Mississippi, down to Morgan Freeman's bar
Yeah.
in Mississippi. I can't remember the name of it, but that's a killer bar. You walk in there, they hand you a Sharpie because you write on the walls, you write on the.
I like it.
Yeah. I've never been, but I've seen photos and
It
videos.
is-
That's
You don't get in
awesome.
trouble for
Yeah.
autographing
Well,
the walls?
No,
Oh,
no.
man.
I wrote
That's
all
all the
kinds
fun,
of
yeah.
stuff, took pictures
Yeah.
of it.
I'm gonna
It's
erase
on
some or
Facebook
something.
somewhere. But I mean, he's buddies with the guy. There's a radio station where they originally started the King Biscuit Flour Hour.
Oh, I remember
And
that,
so
man.
we made all these
Wow.
visits all the way down through Memphis, and like I
Oh,
said,
wow.
all the way down to Mississippi. It was so cool.
With
And
with Dave Beardsley.
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
That's cool.
Dave and I
That's
were-
the
yeah.
expert right there too. So
Oh,
that's
I know.
amazing,
And
yeah.
we went to the Blues Challenge in Memphis. See, I lived in Memphis for 12 years, so he said the Blues Challenge is down there. Now, one of our bands from St. Louis, we won one year, was I can't remember the name of the gal, somebody in the High Seas, but they won. It was phenomenal. They had like 9 people in their band, and they played. And the competition is tough. It's like over 300 bands from all over the world, including Canada. I mean, everywhere. And they compete. It's a whole week-long thing, and they set up camp in all the bars down in Memphis. They have judges in each bar, and then it goes to the final round, and it's amazing. But yeah, so the Blues Museum is the history of the blues, and we got all kinds of donations, like from, of course, Chuck Berry, Duck Dunn, all these great players, and in each exhibit, there's a place where you can play, you can sing, you can, with any artist
Oh, cool.
that's recorded,
Yeah.
dead or alive, Big Muddy or, Ella Fitzgerald, whoever you want. And you go from each station to station, and you can add to it or take away. You can play instruments, you can not play. It's amazing. So when you get to the end of it, you go to the Mix It Up room. That's Jack White.
Yeah,
donated $1 million.
Third Man Records. Where
And
he was
you-
doing stuff.
you-
They
with
did this,
the-
yeah,
and
similar
you
to-
go in there and you listen to your song
Yeah.
or whatever you did, and you mix it up however
Yeah.
you want, and you email it to yourself. It's So it's always there.
So you get
could,
to like produce it yourself. That's
Yes.
wild. I thought you could
Yeah.
you just record and that's what you got, but you could actually mess
yeah,
with all the.
and you can always bring it back up when you go back in there. You can make a new one.
Oh wow.
It's really cool.
is rad,
It's a really
man.
cool thing. Gives me chills when I think about it. It's
I have
really neat.
I have to get down there. It's one of those funny things where somebody's from somewhere and they're like, "Oh, you've never been to the whatever." Like,
Yeah.
"Nah, man, I haven't." You know.
And Bonnie Raitt was here. They had a soft opening the night before it actually opened. It was
Yeah.
for, and she was there, and she loved her picture on the wall. She was so cool. She's a sweet.
She's
like little
she's
tiny.
amazing. I mean, yeah,
She
she's incredible.
is.
She actually.
Well, her
is,
dad
yeah.
was a blues guy,
Yeah, yeah.
and so yeah, David's got tons of stories. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's one of my closest friends. He's just
Cool.
adorable.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you ever go up to Blue City Deli for any of the free live shows up there? or
Oh
anything
yeah,
like that?
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
It's a lot of fun.
But yeah, it is a lot of fun. Yeah, he's a blast. But yeah, anything about blues, he knows about it.
Yeah, well, I'm very happy that someone's at least, or more, multiple people are promoting
Mhm.
that history of St. Louis because it's important. It's very, very
Definitely,
important for sure.
definitely for sure. Well, he used to produce, or he used to book Jeremiah Johnson a lot.
Oh, yeah,
When Jeremiah
yeah.
first started.
Yep.
I booked Jeremiah a little bit, and now Jeremiah, he's just taken off. He's just awesome. So I remember running into him. I just told the story when he was on the show a few weeks ago. I guess about 10 years ago, I ran into him at the Shanty, and he's like, "I'm putting a band together, and I'm gonna do
Awesome.
this." I'm like, "Okay, let me know." And man, he just took off. I mean, he's reincarnated his band a couple
Sure,
times. He's
yeah.
had different players, but he always comes up with a great sound.
Awesome. Well, it is great that Soulard is still kind of an epicenter still, or
Mhm.
not epicenter maybe, but just like an area where people can get together and
Oh yeah.
create and brainstorm and still,
Mhm.
keep it going for sure.
I know.
Yeah.
Soulard is a blast. It has it's its own world.
Yeah.
You know, I love 1860s and
Oh, yeah.
Hammerstones and when the Shanty was there, but it's not there anymore.
It's
and
not?
Just,
Did it close recently?
they closed it. No, they closed it a few years ago.
I guess it's been a while since I've been there.
Yeah, I know, yeah,
I
they
was
closed
like,
the
I swear
Shanty
it
a
was
long
just
time
like
ago.
a year or two.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so
Yeah.
recent too.
Yeah,
That was
I really dug that
yeah.
place.
There's
Mhm.
very few in what Molly's 1860s that's been there
Molly's
forever
is
that's still there. Yeah.
Cats Me Out still.
Cats
Bar
Meow.
101.
Yeah.
That Buku's pretty cool. That new bar down there. It's pretty
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, it's just Soulard's just. I used
One
to
of
do
the
my
one of the
stomping ground.
security guards that testified for me at that actual Rose thing. He hung out down in that Cat's Meow. Roy, Big Roy. He was one that they deposition, to come in and because where he was at when he landed on me or whatever, he had a bird's eye view of it. And then Bruce Olson's the guy that got punched on the video. You see the security guard Axel Smack. Yeah, like I want to say 5 to 6 digits. He saw far on that because he was on film. See, mysteriously, that 3 seconds of Axel landing when he landed disappeared like Hoffa.
Yeah.
It jumps back to the soundboard, and all of a sudden I'm like, well, that's fucked up because the camera guy was like,
Yeah.
because I went
Ah,
like
yeah.
that. The camera was on me then, I know, but it disappeared. So, stuff can disappear.
Yeah.
And then I got some footage though where it shows the whole band still hiding under the drum set with whole different clothes on, like while there's chairs and shit flying around.
Yeah.
I got some
Costume change.
uncut video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
they were scared
actually-
as shit smoking 2 cigarettes at a time.
Oh no.
I was watching.
Yeah. That's when they said they was already left the venue. I said, bullshit.
I was watching I think it was a YouTube interview about how they talked about how the riot police came in and had a hose, and at one point the
Oh yeah,
crowd
it got taken away.
got control of the
I
hose
got
and
all
started
that
spraying
video,
the
yeah.
cops.
It was the only code. It was the only code 1000 in the whole state's history. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the real Billy the Kid. I think it's called Code Red or Code 1000. It means like any officer in the perimeter of the Missouri state. I don't
Yeah.
care if you're with your gal, kid's birthday party,
Gotta
shopping,
go. Yeah.
come. And I'll tell you what, I've never seen so many different cop uniforms on video.
Oh yeah.
That video of them parading in there, man, militant style.
Blue, brown, white
There ain't
shirts.
4 or 5 of them together before it changes colors, that
Yeah.
match, you know what I mean? 'Cause they just
How
show
long
up
did it last?
I don't know, I was already about it. I went out on a gurney. Oh, it had to be hours, man. At least an hour or better. I could go home and watch the video and they're still throwing stuff around, the helicopters are still flying over. No one got killed is a miracle because they pulled half the electric out somehow, got half the electric shut off on one side, and then when the place darked out, there's people still running around. Floor's wet from the fire hose,
Oh,
there's
no.
electric.
People slipping and flying everywhere.
Yeah, the ambulance that I was in, because they had me strapped like when after Axel landed on me, we're down on the ground tussling around. Well, I had that knife out, and then I'm thinking, man, I can't do what I normally do to a motherfucker
Yeah.
somewhere,
Yeah.
and I threw the knife away, and I'm just laying there, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting there thinking they snatched him up off me, And I'm like, I don't have the camera. I done handed the camera to my partner. He took off on a venue. So my boy's got the film and he's gone. And then, like, after I took the picture while I'm standing there, and I'm like, he's talking about me. And I said, oh, well, here, take this. Well, when I turn around to give the camera to my partner, as I'm turning back around, boom, me and him hit the chairs and went over a row of chairs and landed on the floor behind where I was standing. So we're like I was taking pictures from between the second and first row, so we're between second and third row now on the floor.
So you jump
The arms,
over.
yeah, the arms of the chairs.
Yeah.
The arms, and them things are in cement down there, you know.
Yeah.
My lower back hit that arm of that chair. And he's a little skinny dude, you know, but when you're running full velocity and you're 18 feet in the air.
Yeah, so he
coming out in
jumped over the
crowd.
first row too.
Yeah, he jumped over the barrier,
Oh, wow.
over the cameraman,
Wow,
over
okay.
security, and into me. And then in the courtroom, he said he don't remember where he landed. Well, it was a sold-out show, and everybody's like this, and he's saying he hit the floor. And that cameraman was like this. But that video, it goes like showing him screaming, hollering, and then it cuts off from there and goes all the way back to the soundboard and shows him jumping the crowd where you can't see where he lands. So, and then after me and him's on the ground, tussling around, his security guard snatched him up. As soon as he stands up, the camera goes back on him up close. And that's when they showed him smacking Bruce Olson, and Bruce Olson got paid. He was one of the security guards working out there.
Okay.
And my guitar player, Dennis, is a security guard that worked out there at the time. He wasn't in my band yet.
Okay, yeah.
But he was
You were
off
both there
duty.
the same day though.
Yeah, he was off duty and went in to help his guys, you know.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
went into concert mode, security mode, and got his ear peeled off. And
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, he had a bad way to go, man. So there was a lot of stuff happening I don't feel good about. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But I didn't cause it either.
No.
I was just doing what I've been doing since
that
I was.
wasn't you. Yeah.
No, man. Like I said, nowadays they're standing out there like scream and shout with your frilly pants on.
Yeah, please
You know, what you
share
gonna do?
everything that
No
we're doing.
photos. Okay, you better go get in the closet, dude.
Was anybody else that's in your band Southside 5 now up there that day aside from everybody?
Yeah, there was people there.
Did you know them at the time?
Oh, I've known the guys in my band. I've
Yeah.
known since high school, but we
Okay,
weren't in
so-
a band at the
okay.
time. And then there was people in my motorcycle club that worked security out there too, but they weren't working that night.
Oh,
So
far.
they tried
Yeah.
saying that we were running an underground black market scheme with selling these concert photos and tickets and all this. Because they knew I used to scalp tickets, so.
Yeah.
And I ain't hiding what I did. I went in there and told them I had everything but a gun on me.
Yeah.
You know, I told them what I did.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do it again, and you ain't gonna catch me.
Yeah.
Or if you do, it's not gonna be like this, you know. So I'm just glad the outcome's different than what it could have been. You know, like I said, I could have
Sure.
gotten hemmed up on some stupid stuff.
Mhm.
So
On that note.
on that note,
Okay, well.
this is the roar.
Roar! Episode 77, STL Roar,
77
MyCityMyMusic.com. We got Stomp, we got Reuben, we got Cha-Cha.
No, it's cha-cha-chow.
Cha-cha-cha.
It's, people say it every different way, and as long as you remember it.
It doesn't
Tomatoes,
matter, right?
tomatoes. Just come see the food truck.
Yeah, man. Right. That's all it is.
All right. So next Monday you're gonna be out here.
So
Next Monday.
no.
Ooh, boy, I
So,
want to be on
Vegas.
the Jack's Fork River, I think.
So Friday you're at the
Food Truck Friday. Yeah, at
Food
the
Truck
Tower Grove
Friday,
Park.
Tower Grove Park.
Yeah, it's like 4 to 8. Yeah, 4 to 8. Mhm.
Cool. Where are you at this week?
This
What are you doing?
week I'll
If I want to
be
stump around and finish the interview.
exactly.
It's gonna take 5 days, I heard.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, that's just the icing on it.
And you're gonna be where, when?
Really?
Yes. One more time. Come
Oh,
on.
September.
Go ahead.
You don't
Promote
want to
it.
hear it in your voice.
Go ahead.
well.
September what? 14th? Oh, you wrote it on here? Oh, I'm gonna make you look. September 18th at the Crowbar?
The crowbar?
The Crowbar?
No, the crowbar.
The
It's definitely
Crowbar.
the crowbar.
The
Yeah.
crowbar.
Southside
the poop deck.
5. On the poop deck because they're the shit. Yes.
If you're there doing the MC work, we will be the shit.
Will you?
Yeah. Like at that castle that time.
So, September 18th. The what? You were not there. I wasn't there. It's a
There's
big top
video out
secret.
already. We don't have to lie about it anymore.
I know. There's video, there's pictures, there's all kinds of stuff.
That was a fun show.
That was a
For
fun
St.
show.
Paul's Church, yeah, for the
It
kids.
was. It was great.
And we want to thank everybody for coming out to Wet Spots too, Hot Spots for that Babies Born Addicted benefit. We done really good. They set another record, and I won the 50-50 and gave the money back. Yes.
Oh, very cool.
We
That's very
gave
cool.
we gave a big portion of it back, but I split it with the band too. So make sure everybody gets a little bit of everything.
That's sweet.
Make it all right.
It's wonderful.
Such a nice guy. Oh, I didn't give a shout out to my girl Jilly Sunshine. Woo woo, Jilly! Jilly Sunshine, my best friend. She's also a masseuse, so if
And
anybody
happy
needs
birthday to Turbrock.
happy birthday to Tom Turbrock. And he is what'd you say his new station's called?
RealRockTurbrock.com. Check him
Very
out.
cool. Yes.
And
he's
Joe,
awesome.
you're in our prayers, and we want to give a shout out to White Stripes LLC.
American Stripes LLC.
I knew he'd fix it.
Find us on Facebook.
And thank you, Tweezy. You did an absolutely fabulous
Yeah,
job.
man, you know, you're being way too loud back there.
I know. We're gonna listen to some Torchlight Parade. We heard Southside 5 up
Not yet.
here. You were outside.
That don't count.
You didn't get to listen to yourself. We haven't heard Torchlight.
We'll play Torchlight by all
I
means.
will.
And we'll come back to Southside maybe. Maybe some people won't be welcome back to the Southside. I don't know.